All right. Hey, everybody. We are back again, episode 3. Again, we had another problem with technical difficulties.
As usual.
As per
It's
usual.
okay.
So, we are filming this intro like a week after we recorded Brond on the 6th, I think, right?
It's the
18th.
2 weeks
That's
after.
crazy. It's the 18th.
Yeah.
And I'm still haven't posted it. So the problem with this is that, well, it'll be out by the time because you're seeing it, but I'm busy. So
Yeah,
we've been
we have
kind
lives.
of we've been kind of backed up trying to get these episodes out. So we filmed this on April 6th. And it'll probably be, I don't know what day it is. I don't know when this will be out. I'm hoping today's the 18th, so I'm hoping I can get it done tonight or tomorrow. MONÄ has been working for free on this movie that she really likes, and her body is not tired at all.
Yeah, I'm totally not aching or in any sort of pain, and I'm not at all tired. I have all the energy in the world.
Look at, she'll
And
do
Isaiah,
10 jumping jacks for you guys.
I will not, but I'll do them in spirit.
Okay.
Isaiah has been slaving away with the edits, and I hope you guys know that every time you watch a podcast, 1 inch of Isaiah's hair turns a little bit gray.
It's the truth. I've been slurring, like talking like, and my eyes are bloodshot. The first 2 episodes weren't as hard to edit, but for some reason this one, I just got super nitpicky with it, and I feel like this is gonna be something that happens now, like for a lot of the episodes that are coming up, where the way that I edit, it's very like I listen to the whole thing, and each tiny thing I notice, I feel like I have to edit it, or I feel like something bad's gonna happen, or something like that. My anxiety, but
he's just too perfect. Is basically what he's saying.
That's what it's like right now. So in the future, it's gonna be not like that. I know we're gonna end up easing off a little bit in the future, but so I'm already in deep. So whatever the case, so we're gonna film another episode on the Thursday, the 22nd, and then
hairball. He has a hairball.
I'm gonna edit a hairball on that. But yeah, so sorry again for behind, but we're getting to it, and then we're probably gonna take a break like for a week or so to catch up on stuff, and then we'll be back on it. So
yeah, I'll give you guys plenty of time to catch up on the 4 episodes that we'll have out. Yeah, I believe at that point. Yeah.
So but yeah, we had a lot of fun with this one. I've been watching it, and been watching it so much for the last couple of days.
You've been living it.
I know it inside and out, and it was I was really shocked that we were able to get this guest artist, musician, fantastic person on the show, because previously, I still am a huge fan of her music and her band's music. So I was like, dang, that's crazy. And I remember I texted MONÄ, and I was like really excited about it. And so we both.
And I was excited for you.
And MONÄ was excited for me, because MONÄ.
Yeah, and then I listened to their music, and I fell in love too.
Yeah, MONÄ kind of got into them after we kind of we were like, oh, let's have her on. We kind of studied her, stuff like that. Not studied her, but we do our research for each episode. So
yeah,
she's had a lot of very interesting things happen in her life. She's super into her culture and super into her background, and also now. Oh my God! Someone's at the door. Oh my God! Did you hear that?
No.
Oh.
I can't tell if that's in your background or mine.
Oh, it was mine.
Was it your dog?
No, it was the door people.
Oh, I can't tell. Okay.
What was I saying? Yeah, she's had a super interesting story and background and all that. So we dove into that, and we just got all the advice we could from her. She gave really good advice for both of us as artists.
Yeah,
I think
she
a
did.
lot of people. Yeah. And
yeah, she's very, very inspiring, because she has a lot to share, and a lot that she's accomplished.
We miss her. We do. MONÄ was telling me, she's like, "Is it weird that I miss her?
We miss her. Please come back."
Like, no, I miss her too. She's
maybe
very
we'll
fun
have her
to
on
talk
again.
to. Yeah, we'd love to have her on again. Maybe even in person sometime. Because we don't live that far apart actually. So
yeah, pretty close.
Yeah. Without further, let me think. Oh, also MONÄ figured out the 21 Pilots thing from last week.
God. 21 Pilots is too much. Okay, look, we're not going to talk about it, because if you know, you know, and if you don't, I'm sorry. No, if you don't, that's good, because you're not going to get a headache like the rest of us. And if you're a 21 Pilots fan, you're stuck forever in this endless cycle of crypticness.
Oh, that reminded me. I don't know why. Monet's song, she just put it out. Well, she just submitted it for streaming services. So I'll put the when's it coming out?
Friday, the 23rd.
Okay, so this video will be out by then. So y'all, I'm gonna put the pre-save link in the bio. You all should go check it out. Pre-save her song. It helps.
Thank you.
You know, every pre-save is also a follow on the Spotify page.
Oh,
so,
I did not know that.
Yeah, so go check out her music, and you'll find our song on there too on her page. But
yeah, we did a song called Next Christmas, in case you didn't know already.
Yeah, it's about Christmas and the next one. So, but yeah, time travel. No, Time Machine. Sorry, I'm a fake fan. Time Machine. Yeah, no. Check out Time Machine. Check out her music video. Check out her song. I'm glad that she's finally putting it out because I really want to listen to it on the car.
Only took half a year, but it's all good. Thank you.
Yeah, so y'all go check it out. It'll be in the bio. She wears a really, really cool outfit in the video too. So, I couldn't wear that cool of an outfit.
The cape is sitting on my amp over
there.
Put
it on.
Just chilling. If I put that on, I will not be able to get out of it. You'll just see a bunch of primary colors all over the screen.
Oh, we love primary.
Primary.
Modi, do you have anything else to say before we dive in?
No, but this van is chilling. My little van.
I hate that van.
This van loves you. Actually, it talks about you all the time. That's it.
This one's not as long. I don't think this one's like 2 hours, and it's still 2 hours, but it's not as long as the last one. So
yeah,
it's more of a chill vibe. This one, we just kind of had a daytime session, and yeah, she was nice. Really sweet, very nice person,
very fun.
So and you can check out her music. Her name. Well, I guess I want to do an official. Let me restart the recording because we're at a minute left on here.
Okay.
I only have a couple more things to say because I take too long. Without further ado, you can find this next guest on Spotify under the name Brianda, or I should say Brianda, because I do have Spanish in my background. I just don't ever use it. I don't know how to yet. I never learned right, but you can find her on Spotify. Yeah, we'll learn. You can find her on Spotify under Brianda, and then you can all.
Do it again.
No, we're keeping that. Okay, you can find her on Spotify under Brianda, and then she's also the co-lead singer of Just Friends, which is one of my favorite funk, punk, pop, family music bands.
Awesome band
in the Bay Area. Local people, local guys. What the fuck? Local band. They do a great show, and their music is fantastic. So please go check it out.
They just released their 3-song EP. They have an acoustic version of one of their songs on there. They have a cover and I believe a remix. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You guys should give it a listen.
Without further ado, you guys, we're so excited to show you the interview we did with Big
Bad
Brond. All right, you guys. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Woo!
Yes.
Wait, I can't find my beanie.
I can't.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my god.
I lost my beanie in battle.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna take me longer than we wanted. Hello.
Yes, I hope we didn't go too crazy. We have to get up the excitement.
I don't know. I felt good. Felt like I was doing a walk into Jimmy Kimmel or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Monet, I literally cannot find my beanie. I have no idea.
Oh no, Isaiah.
I don't know where it went.
Where'd she go?
Oh well.
It's okay. Your hair looks good.
See?
So
yeah, you'll find it.
Oh.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
We're happy to have you on.
Yeah,
We've been excited.
This is crazy. This is crazy. I wanted to say
It's been a long time.
The first time I'm wearing this shirt because this was the one they were selling like when I saw you guys open up for Story So Far, and that was a crazy show. That was like I remember I was like that was the first time in a long time that I'd been like to see the Just Friends show. That was the first time in a long time that I'd been like blown away by a performance. because I was like, dang, lots of energy. Like it just felt really communal and really like powerful. It was really fun.
Family music.
Yeah. Yeah, family.
Yeah, it's like partying with your cousins music.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, that was
It's funny that you say that. Yeah, because I feel like I never saw you guys live, sadly, but when I listen to your music, I could just tell it's like this huge, like unifying experience. Like I already know, like it feels like a group hug almost,
Thank you.
but like a party at the same time.
That's really important to us because kind of historically people have called us more. I don't think it's that people have criticized us per se, but there's always been this thing where like a feedback that we hear people, or when you tell your friend about Just Friends, you're like, oh yeah, Just Friends is super awesome, but you have to see them live, like you really have to.
Yep.
So I appreciate, MONÄ, that you can connect with that just listening to the tracks, because that's like a goal of ours that's really important, is being able to like also be, you know, the record band, if that makes sense, not just the live performance.
Yeah.
Also, I
makes
think
sense.
that show, Isaiah, that you're talking about, I had a really ugly fever that day.
yeah.
I was
Wow.
like in backstage. Well, I got it from the boys, of course. Somebody got it and they spread it everywhere.
Dang.
Man.
And for me, I was just like shivering.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude.
wearing a bunch of coats and stuff. And
Yeah.
I was in the green room, like laying down with my blanket, drinking soup right before, and then 10 minutes before our actual set, like my body, I say this as a joke kind of, but kind of mean it also, like the spirit of Jesus just was like, all right, bitch, it's showtime.
Yeah.
And like my body was just like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
And then it was a
Yeah,
great
no, that's
show.
so real. That's awesome. Like that's like a real thing.
Yeah.
I believe that. That's really
Jesus.
cool.
Yeah, I didn't even
Like, you can just flick it on right then. Yes.
Yeah, and I didn't even
That's perfect.
I didn't even notice anything like in terms of like, you know, everyone felt like super tight together, on point, like everything was just like, yeah,
It was one of
dope
my
show.
best shows, to be honest with you. I was like, I
Oh,
don't know what
wow.
it was. It was probably the germs themselves trying to live their 15
The germs
minutes.
got hyped up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was one of the last shows I saw before the Rona. I think 2019.
COVID?
I think so.
Yeah.
I want to say it was either that or like Angels and Airwaves. I think it was one of those
Because
two.
I think that one was late October,
Mhm.
like late October, early November, I don't, around there.
Mhm.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
thanks.
Did you? I'm wanting to ask about like the Just Friends. It's like 9 people, right? I think 9 people. Do you? Is that
I think
like
we're 8.
8? Okay. Yeah.
It's
so,
hard to keep track, and
Yeah.
we go from 8 to 10.
Oh yeah.
8 to
'Cause,
10. Gotcha.
Is that like I watched a long time ago. I watched the digital tour bus video. And you guys were in the van. Is that like what are some of the hard things about touring with that many people? Like I can't imagine having to go like through that.
Well, you might imagine the space is a big issue
Yeah.
because, like, you can't really, when we do overnighters, which we do at least once a tour, it's just like sometimes we don't have enough time to stop somewhere and rest and get to our next show. So we'll drive overnight, and finding the space to like get comfortable while you sleep for 8 different people is really, or I guess 7, 6, whatever. But
Yeah,
it's so
it varies.
difficult because, you know, like by comparison, the Mom Jeans van is 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
So they all could just like lay down like little sardines or
Yeah.
get their own bench, things like
Right.
that. So that's the most difficult, I would say. Also,
It's one
like,
van too. Yeah.
one van, queen. Yes, I know. It'd be cool if we had a caravan at some point or a bus. God damn it.
Oh yeah. Have a nice little RV. Everyone gets their own rooms. No.
I know. Ooh, limo RV.
Yes.
idea.
Get the combination. That would be good. Next door. Okay.
Let me see something. Is my did mine shut off for a second?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The recording like stopped
You're
and then
back.
restarted. But oh well,
Oh,
I think
I
it'll
didn't
be
even
fun.
give us the countdown.
Yeah.
I know.
Whatever,
So
I guess.
abrupt.
But I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, because I remember in that video you had like your little nest, like you had the whole like back, the back row or something of that van.
Yeah, you gotta get it where you can, and
Yeah.
I'm just being like the little sister of everything, like I can get a little feisty sometimes. And I'm like, I need my space, especially when it's that time of the month. Like I just need a little bit
Yes.
extra. And it's really
Hey, I
great
understand.
because yeah, you know, and so it's really great because it was kind of difficult to see eye to eye on those kinds of things at first,
Yeah.
but like the boys have made so much room for me. And whenever I'm like, yo, guys, like I need a bench. I need a little space. And sometimes I like cocoon myself with a blanket and I'm really introverted too.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I need to recharge like in just quiet and darkness.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So I hit some earplugs, like cover my face, and they've been so great because they made so much space for me. Like nobody complains about it. They're just like, oh, for sure. Like, here, do you want to take this bench? Do you want to take this thing? Like, do you want to sleep on this whatever? So they're really, really kind, really generous, and like
Yeah.
giving to me.
That's
Oh,
cool.
that's
yeah,
really
awesome.
good. Yeah.
Little nest is like I'm a little bit of a hoarder too because I got a Taurus moon. So you saw like all that bunch of bags and mess that I carry around. Need my own
Dang.
room.
Yeah. It's good you have your own little safe space in there. That's important that they make room
Yeah.
for that, you know? And that goes
For
for anyone
sure.
like touring.
Totally. And I have to make it for them too. I think that's a little bit harder because knowing that I do get these, you know, accommodations, sometimes I forget like, okay, but come on, like don't take the whole back seat like all of the tour,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
I'm getting better at that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you. That makes sense.
So I wanted to ask, like, just generally, kind of asking all the guests, like, how you holding up, you know, with everything, COVID and everything going on, like, is it has been things been getting easier for you, kind of getting used. I mean, it's been like a year, so but like, it's been easier to like adapt and stuff like that, or
Yeah, what's been your COVID journey, huh?
yeah.
Oh, shoot, man. So when COVID first started, like I felt like the kids when school gets canceled and you're like, yeah, we're out of
I
school.
know, right? Me too.
It was
Yes.
kind of cool. I was like, whoa, what's gonna happen? And
Yeah.
then like the feelings of how life was different and that, you know, that what do you call it? I was still hyped enough from tour because even though we did just 2 days, they were so cool that I was like really energized. So when that eventually faded, I started to really miss it. And that led to like a big ass existential crisis. I have one every couple of years, but but this one was really difficult. I wasn't sure if I liked what I was doing anymore. And yeah, I don't know. It was just like it's weird because the sense of connection that I get from my work,
Yeah.
or at least a big part of it, is that connection with people when you're performing and those in person moments that are here just when it's happening and then they're gone. And you could look at videos, they help.
Yeah.
But nothing is quite ever like the experience, right? Just like anything else in the world. But
Yeah.
when you get like a good amount of your, I don't know, like identity and I want to say like reason for living juice. I'm copying this from like an Instagram account, a shop that I really like called like Everyday Magic. But she calls it like reason to live juice or something like that.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of my reason to live juice from performances, and
Yeah.
I've been doing it long enough to where it became like a pillar of my identity. So for that to be removed, I started to feel like my life was unreal. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
true what I was doing before, and that my accomplishments are just like in my imagination.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of like imposter syndrome type
Oh, I
things that
see.
I was facing. And now, I mean, it's been you know what saved me is the Let to Gold video because you know, that's my first song that I've put out as like a serious artist. You know, I've dabbled before, I've put things on the internet, but I've never made it such a like statement. I've never
Yeah.
been like, hey, I'm here, bitches. Here's what
Yeah.
I brought.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Let to Gold is the first song, and that was that came out what, January of this year,
Mhm.
and I began working on it in like June of last year, so kind of
Oh wow.
halfway-ish,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. So the way that started was I was like I was bursting. I was like, you know what? I lost my sense of identity. Like I don't have a connection with my art the way that I used to. It's not bringing
Mhm.
me happiness. And I think that's because what COVID helped me to realize is like, I I wasn't meeting my goals. I wasn't pushing myself as hard as I would have, as I thought, or as I initially planned. I
Mhm.
was kind of just chilling on the just friends energy and like,
Mm.
you know, it fed me. It fed me in so many ways.
Yeah.
So it fed me to the point where I was just like chilling on the couch, like scratching my dog, like, you know, just complacent in a way. Even
Oh,
though
I see. Okay.
it's challenging and it's awesome in its own way. But for me, I have like these really strong, independent personal goals that I
Mhm.
wasn't facing. So when the other thing being just friends and like those, you know, connections kind of went dormant for a little bit, I was left with just myself and the things that I do, which to me at the moment felt like nothing.
Mhm.
Like I
Yeah.
hadn't. So what really brought me out of this fucking stupor really was working on that project and getting really real about the way I approached it. I didn't approach it to be cool or be popular or
Mhm.
even connect with my audience. I didn't do it for that. As janky as I feel saying that, like I did it for like to save my artistic soul and be like,
Yeah.
damn,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
am
That's a
an
good reason.
artist whether I have somebody watching me or not.
Mhm.
Maybe that's even a term that I don't need to use. Like I'm just a
Yeah.
person that wants to create music and visuals and like beauty, and I
Mhm.
like to put the thoughts in my head out into some more tangible form.
Yeah.
So working on that video is what has uplifted me, and it opened doors for me. So now I'm
Yeah.
working on an EP, and it's a 4 song EP,
Yes. Oh, that's
and I'm working
exciting. Mhm.
with Billy Menino from Two World Records.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We
Oh,
are,
congrats.
I don't know, like the Just Friends agent Brad hit me up and was like, I want to connect you with somebody, like just to see if you guys have any chemistry. And I was a little wary because I've been connected with people that I didn't meet organically before, and that it
Yeah.
just didn't work.
Mhm.
But this time it was different, and I think, I mean, for me, we're doing really good. The music sounds super beautiful. We're barely at the beginning, but I don't know. I feel like uh, it's it was a heavy journey, and I mean, this is hella lame to say, but I'm reclaiming myself, like
Girl, no,
Yeah.
say it. It's not lame at
for
all. It's
real,
not lame at all.
girl.
You
I
got it.
just
Yes.
without the buzz, like I
Mhm.
really was like, you know what? I'm gonna come out of this more myself. Like I don't give a fuck. I don't
Yeah.
care what it takes. Like I'm
Yeah.
like money and career and whatever to the wind. Like I need to know what my life is about and what my spirit wants to do. So
Right. And that's
here
really
we
good.
are.
And like you explaining kind of like your like mindset over the course of quarantine, like I relate to that
Mm-hmm.
a lot. Like the way you
Hey.
felt like when everything kind of stopped and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, like it's cool like a break for a little bit, then
Who
it's like
am
what
I?
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
then like, like wanting to like release your own stuff during that time. Because I kind of did something similar. Like I released my first song during quarantine as well. And
Hey, I watched your
yeah.
video. It's cool.
Oh,
I love
thank
the
you.
little thing you had on your arms, those flappy
Oh my god,
things.
thank you. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh,
It's
sorry.
cool.
I didn't mean to do that. Okay. I was gonna plug.
Oh,
Okay.
that's right. I saw it.
Thank you. But so it's just like the idea of like, you know, now I can focus on myself, like wow. And you know, things are now that it's like April 2021, we're picking up the pace again.
Yeah.
It's now like, you know, we're slowly getting back into group projects, just friend stuff, possibly live stuff. But now
That's
it's like you
waking
could
up,
take
yeah.
your own projects with you now and like do both, you know, do the stuff that you've always wanted to do. And it's a really great feeling, you know, like you said, like reclaiming yourself, and then
Yes.
not always being complacent, which, you know, if you're content, that's okay. But if you have like a message that you want to convey, you know, like in Lead to Gold, then that's like something you got to get out, you know, like it'll, you know, for me, like it's always on the back of my mind, like the stuff that I want to do. And it's like, okay, I just have to, you know, just find the time to do it. So it's cool that
Yeah.
you did that and like came to that realization.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's important. I wanted to expand on something you said. I kind of forgot about it. And now she forgot. Well, yeah, whatever.
It's okay. You'll probably remember later. If not, it's okay.
I'm agreeing with you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I've noticed a lot of artists. Yeah, just with a lot of people, all different types of art. It's just like
Yes.
it's so hard to like put stuff out. I did, you know, same thing with Monet. Like I put out like solo stuff too that I had in the back of my head since high school, actually, which is
Wow.
crazy. I was like, yeah, since like 2016, because I was like, because I'm a master procrastinator, so I was like, you know, I'll do it next week, yeah, and then
But also a perfectionist, which is another way of procrastinating.
Yeah.
Let to
that's
Gold. I
interesting.
initially wrote that in 2018, so
Oh,
I hear where you're
wow.
coming from.
Yeah, so it's been on the back burner for a bit. Yeah.
Super long, yeah.
I mean, me and Monet we watched it together, and you know, I had
A
seen
couple
it.
times.
Yeah, we'd seen it before,
Oh,
like in, you know, just like watching it, just oh, this cool video. But we actually had never really like dived into it, and we did that, and we were like, dang, there's a lot in there that's like to unpack, and like it's very interesting. I can see it's very different than from what I've seen from other artists, where it's like, you know, there's the story, and we were trying to figure out like at first I thought it was like it felt like it was like a well. The way I read it was that it was like a love song at first, and then I read into it, and then I was like, oh, it's more of like you're talking about the, you know, the spirit and the witch, and they're talking kind of like to each other and stuff like that. I'm curious, where'd you come with the concept? Is that something that, you know, you kind of came up with, or was that a folklore or something like that? I'm curious, how did that
Yes.
song and idea come up?
Thank you for asking. These are the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah.
So the song, it's funny that you say that because it did start as a love song. I didn't have the chorus
okay.
before, but I had the first verse that stayed. And it was more of a lusty song, I suppose. And it's just, I feel like those aspects of relationship have always been easier for me to talk about, because they're, oh, Monet, where'd she go?
Sorry, okay, I'm fine. You can
By
keep
the
going.
way, I don't know y'all's pronouns. Where
Oh,
we
Oh,
at?
I
she,
didn't put
her
it.
for me.
He, him.
Okay, cool. Me too. She, her,
Yeah.
a. Okay, just checking. So
Thank you.
yeah, it started out
you
as
for
a.
asking.
Thank you guys for, I don't know, being alive. So yeah, it started as a love song, and what really rekindled the fire for that particular track was Black is King by Beyonce. When I saw that
Okay.
movie, have you guys seen it?
I have
No,
not.
oh my gosh, no, I feel bad. I'm saying no.
It's gorgeous.
I'm sorry.
It's fucking gorgeous. So I have zero black blood in my body, except for like the first people on Earth, right? But
Yeah.
because I believe like we all came from Africa, whatever theory that is. I'm like that makes sense, you know, just from like I learned it in what's it called? Physical anthropology class and whatever.
I learned that recently too, actually.
Yeah, as the oldest human, ancestors, like
yeah, like the
or-
very first.
yeah,
We all
exactly.
stem from like one African woman, I think, or something like that. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
yes. Talk about science too.
Yes.
But anyway, so that movie touched me so deeply because the thing that I got away from it, not only was it beautiful and like a masterpiece to execute, but the upliftment that I felt for myself, I felt uplifted by it, and I could only imagine like the upliftment that it would bring the African and African American community from like getting that message from Beyonce. And it was a very like ancestral, spiritual, guttural, and just like, you know, also modern and also beautiful film. Oh my God, bitch. I can't even. There's so much
Getting
to
chills
talk
talking
about.
it, huh?
Yes, I love it. Oh my God.
Oh, we have to watch it. Yeah, that's the first
Yes,
thing after this. We have to watch it.
you have to.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh my God. But I just, that's something that like resonated with my soul is making such a huge space for one's community and making such a beautiful, uplifting, like the way every character was depicted was with such pride and such color and depth. And oh my God, I was just like, oh my God, if this was me with like the people of Mexico, oh my God, I would die so happy. Like,
Yeah.
so that is the flame that kind of rekindled the Let to Gold fire, because I was like, I want to do something for my own heritage. I want to like
Yeah.
honor my heritage and my culture. And also, I'm very interested in Mexican culture and heritage because I was born in Mexico and I moved to the US when I was 9. So it was almost like a long lost relative, you know, when I explore like the identity that could have been mine
Yeah.
or that is mine, but you know, is now different. It's completely different. I love to explore those things because they make me feel closer to myself and they make me feel closer to my family and something that feels like is part of me. So that was my motivation for moving forward with Let to Gold and making that story of the witch and the spirit, and then later them coming together into a character called the Alchemist. And yeah, I also wanted to make. I wanted to use some traditional aspects, but I also wanted it to reflect me as I am, you know, not just like a totally Mexican person anymore. So that's why I took some I don't know, it just seemed like a project for me to explore those things, and I did that with coming up with the costumes and like creating them myself and coming up with the story. And also I'm a witchy bitch. Like I love tarot cards. I love them
Yes.
crystals. I'm trying to get a little bit because I come from science, okay? So I was a
Yes,
psych major in school. But then the spiritual stuff hit me so deeply to the point where I couldn't deny it. So for
Yeah.
me, it's like finding a balance between the mystical and the scientific
okay.
aspects of our world. But yeah, and so if you guys have heard, I learned this in high school, but this concept of magical realism, it's kind
I've
of
heard of
more
it.
of a, it's more of a literary device, you could call it. So in some books, you know, it's like set in real life and whatever, but also somebody's auntie like starts floating up in the air, and now there's like the family's got an issue. So magical realism is kind of like that, where like the world is, you know, rooted in our reality, or at least our perception of realities, and like laws of but sometimes the laws of physics themselves are broken in some ways.
Right.
And so that's what I was also trying to emulate here, because
Okay.
that's a view that I have of the world, you know, being a spiritual person, but also trying to be like realistic. We're in the age of technology and science, god damn it.
There's so much we
So
could do with it. Yeah.
right. And I was like, where's the little line where these things intersect? You know, where can they both be true? Where can we have these, you know, natural laws and things,
Like
but
coexist.
also these like superhuman perceptions and abilities and shit. So that's also what I was trying to go for.
And that's good because a lot of people like, and to hear that spiritual call is really cool because I understand like spirituality probably maybe on a different scale. I'm a Christian. But then like
I'm Catholic.
feeling that like nonetheless it's like on a like it's kind of on a spectrum, and a
Mhm.
lot of people I think try to divide, spirituality from like realism, magic and realism,
Yeah.
or technology, and it's good to build like a bridge between them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Mhm.
Yeah, why not? Like, goddamn, because there's so many. I'm not a physicist and I don't listen to enough physicists talking, but the few things that I have heard is that everything, even at the molecular level, there's some level of like, we don't know how this works, but it's working and we can't explain it
Right.
whatsoever. So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, well, that's the root of all our fucking science today.
Yeah.
Can't explain it.
Um,
We just make up like a
Right.
theory.
Can't explain it, but
Yeah.
it's working.
Mhm.
So
Right.
it's doing it. So for me, it's not that big of a jump really to just be like, I don't know. I think there's like some magic out there in the world. And of
Mhm.
course, my experiences, um, even as a child, like growing up, I don't feel like I was trying to, well, I guess I've always been looking for spirits. I've always been looking
Mm.
for that force and God
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
Jesus, and I strayed
Something
away
greater than
from
yourself. Mhm.
exactly, and I
Mhm.
strayed away from the church because of the rules that you were talking about. Like everybody
Mhm.
just wants to be right, and
Yeah.
they want to
Yeah.
tell you that you don't understand, but they do. And I'm like, I don't think so. I think this is more
Very
of a
like
personal
exclusive. Yeah.
relationship. Yeah, totally. It's
Mhm.
controlling is what it is. We could get into it, but
Yeah.
um but yeah, so I strayed away from it, and just as like a natural kid thing, I was like, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. Mm-mm.
Right. Let me do
Um
my own thing. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
don't believe in that. And when I think it was 2019, I had this crazy spiritual experience, man, where
Mm.
I was like,
Oh man.
I don't even know what it was. It was all in my head, obviously.
Mhm.
Maybe I went crazy for a little bit, but I was just feeling like these ecstatic epiphanies. That sounds pretty crazy,
Mhm.
but I was like fucking so ecstatic one moment, just like, ah, like I'm fucking
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
alive. Like this is
Yeah.
crazy. One time I was driving for Grubhub and I had just
Uh-huh.
taken a really nice break at a beach, and I went back in my car. I'm like, all right, let's do this. I'm back to my grind. And I
Right.
thought to myself, like, I really want a chai right now. And I was looking for coffee shops and I got an order. So I was like, oh, gotta go. I'll get my chai after. So I
Right.
show up, I'm picking up this food, and the guy attending me was like serving the drink that they ordered. And he offered me one too. He was like, do you want a chai? And I was like, oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. And so it's just
Too
weird things
perfect.
like that. Yeah, I
Yeah. Yeah.
have a
Little
lot of
like happenstances that like
mm-hmm,
you don't expect.
synchronicities. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
things like
Like
that.
I
stars
have
aligning.
Totally.
Mhm.
I have a
I
question.
have a lot of that. Yes, please. Sorry, I've been
Um,
ranting.
that's okay.
Oh no!
Um,
Please
I
do.
have a
It's all
question
good.
that Monet. So Monet,
Oh.
Monet brought this up to me the other day, and I don't know much about this stuff, but I know that. So she asked me. She's trying to tell me about the zodiac signs, star signs,
Yeah.
and now what we do is each episode Monet tries to guess the guest's
Ooh,
star
bitch.
sign.
Good
It's
luck.
our
Let's
new
hear
little
it.
thing.
So
Okay.
Monet has a questionnaire that she likes to ask.
Yes,
She has a
please.
list.
I love this. I'm such an astro hoe.
Oh man, see the thing is, I already know that you know like loads more information than I know
Oh,
about like
hell no. I don't
signs and
know
all that
shit.
stuff. But
Oh.
like I got into it like a few years ago. I've fallen off of it a little bit, but I still got a bit of a touch.
Yes,
I like to
queen.
say I give myself 3 guesses to guess your sign, your sun sign.
Amazing.
If I don't get it, please tell me. But
Okay.
you already said you're an introvert,
Yes.
so that kind of gives me a little
That
gives me a
narrows it
lead
down,
a little
right?
bit. Yes, no. Um,
Not a
let's see.
Sagittarius.
Okay, that's okay. I wasn't gonna guess that. I
Cool.
normally guess that.
My
Okay,
mom is
let me-
though. She crazy.
Mm.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
I love her.
yeah. They're known for being a little bit crazy, but
She's
we love
cool
them.
as hell.
Let's see. Are you? Oh, I'm scared. I'm getting it wrong. Are you?
Wait, what about the questionnaire?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm like jumping into it. Okay.
I'm not gonna judge you, Monet. Damn.
I know. Me and Isaiah were joking, like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get it wrong," and she's gonna like,
And be like, are you fucking
like,
serious?
bye.
Hangs up.
Right? Hangs it done. Like you got it wrong. How could you?
Virgo. Oh.
Pisces? What? No.
Well, there's two.
Would you say you're more of a morning or a night person? I feel like I know
Night.
the answer. But... Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, night person.
Night. But
so
I do love
what's your-
mornings for some fucking reason.
Oh, yeah. No, it's okay. Sometimes you love both, or you hate both.
They feel good.
What like, what's your favorite season? Or like, do you like really cold or like more
Summer.
hot weather? Summer.
Summer.
I feel
I'm
like
a
these are-
pool rat. I want to be by the
Ooh,
water all
okay.
the time.
Got you. Ooh, I don't know what else to ask because you answered the introvert thing. Very general questions.
What's in your gut?
What's in your? What did you have for
Yeah,
breakfast?
what are your options right now? Let's narrow it
Let's-
down
okay.
together.
Okay, so, ooh, I don't know if it's the septum, but I feel like, are you a Taurus?
I have Taurus.
Oh, okay. I know that's your moon, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh no. Oh, okay. I got two more. Okay.
No, but I hella identify with Taurus. Like more
Yeah, I
now
feel like
than
you give off
before.
that Taurus energy.
Thank you.
Yes, very
that's
strong.
the best compliment.
Yes.
Earthy.
Oh, let's see. Oh my god. Ooh, into science. Okay.
I'm
I feel like
childish.
I'm gonna put like some like game show music below this. in the edit.
Oh
You
man.
got this, Monet.
Ooh, okay. Thinking. Are you? I'm gonna forget one. Oh my god. Wait. Are you a Libra?
No.
Ah, god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I'm scared.
But they're
Last
beautiful.
one, I got
Thank
this.
you.
Let me get in the zone. Get in the
Your
auto
senses.
zone.
Yeah, it's because
Okay.
you're like trying to
Breathe.
don't perform it,
Okay.
girl. Just feel it.
Got this. Okay. I feel like you're not a fire sign. I know I guessed air. Maybe I could be wrong. I know I
I'm not a
guessed air.
fire sign, but my fire sign is my ascendant, so it comes off as I come off, I guess.
Is your
first
ascendant
impression.
Leo?
It's Aries.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
an Aries.
If it was Leo, I'd probably be more famous right now.
She said I'd be an extrovert. No. Okay, so we know that you're not a Leo. Okay, are you
Not a fire, not an earth sun.
Okay, I already know. Like, I could tell you're really smart, and I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be wrong if I don't guess this. I'm scared.
I'm
I
not
don't
an
know.
earth
Are you-
sign.
I might be wrong. I could be completely wrong. Are you Gemini?
Very strong placements, but no.
Oh man, it's like that's like it's like the interest in science. I don't know. I know Gemini is like are super like scholarly. Like I could be
Yeah.
wrong. That's just what I've seen.
Yeah, all right. You got one last guess, Monet, and I'll tell you
Ooh,
why
yes,
you
one last
guessed
guess.
what you guessed.
Get a little bonus guess. Okay. Oh my god, I'm scared. Okay.
The music's gonna speed up here, like Super Mario Kart.
Punch one out.
I have. Oh, okay.
It's your water sign.
Strong placements. It's a water sign.
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, good. Really? Oh, you Scorpio?
No, I wish.
What? Oh my gosh, what? How? Oh my, you seem like you could be a Scorpio
Oh,
or like a
jeez.
Taurus.
Oh, really?
Taurus.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Oh, that's sexy.
but like
dude.
a nicer
Thank
version
you.
of a Scorpio. Yeah.
Oh, frick yeah. Oh,
okay, they're not
Taurus?
mean. I'm sorry. Just
No,
like
you're. That's interesting that you say that because I
Mm.
can see it. Ooh, no, I'm a Cancer sun.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
what?
childish. Yup.
Me and
What
me
the
and her both.
heck? You guys are
Yeah.
both
Oh, you're
Cancers.
Cancer too?
I'm July 15th.
Oh, that's right. You told me your birthday's July 15th.
Mm.
Mine's the
Yeah.
13th. Monet, what's your sun
Oh,
sign?
I'm an Aries. My birthday just passed. It was
No
March 29th.
way. Do you have Earth in your
Yes.
sign? Because I feel a lot of Earth from you too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, we just did our charts actually.
Oh yeah, you took a screenshot of it, I think.
I did. I have.
While you pull that up, I'm just gonna tell the audience. So,
Tell 'em, do it.
no, I feel like you guessed Gemini because my Venus is in Gemini, and Venus is like
Oh,
the way you
okay.
connect with people. So I think that the vibes you would get from me would be related to that sign, right? Because we're having a connection and a interaction
Right.
of two right now.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
yeah, I
okay.
don't know. I'm just like really I'm thankful for those Gemini things because they make me appear like I'm not as nervous as I am, which is cool.
Right. Yeah. Easygoing.
Yeah, I'm acting like, oh yeah, whatever. I got in the bag. Yeah, I'm chilling. But over here, I'm like, oh
I got
fuck.
this.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And thank you for guessing
Oh, that's
Taurus.
crazy.
because
Yeah. Because my moon is Gemini, and I don't know anyone else with a Gemini moon.
Some of the Mom Jeans group has Gemini moons and Gemini
Oh,
suns.
okay.
There's hella Gemini in there.
Bruh. Yeah. I only got like a couple, but I don't have a lot of Earths. I have my Saturn in Taurus. Taurus. I always say it wrong. But I don't know what Saturn is. I forgot what it
Saturn?
means.
What's your
Yeah.
ascendant? Do you know?
Sagittarius.
Oh.
Do you think that's accurate? I like to think that it's accurate.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Isaiah did his too.
Oh, Isaiah,
Yeah,
what's
but
his big
I don't know
three?
any. Let me find it. Let me see. I don't
You
really
should
know
have
any
been
of this stuff.
Googling this too.
I know, right?
I'll
Looking
give you.
like,
The,
oh man,
I'll
getting like
I'll give
like
you the
remembering everything
information.
we learned before.
and I'll give you the information. You guys can process it because I don't I don't know what it means.
Dissect it a
Let's
little
see.
bit.
Yeah.
Is that Leo I
Oh, it's in
hear?
my it's in my computer.
I
think
already
Leo
forgot
was in
what your
there.
stuff had on it.
I'm reading it. Okay. Ready? Is my video still going?
Yeah.
Because I can't see the screen. Okay. So, how do I read this? Okay. Sun, Cancer, Moon, Leo, Ascending Leo.
I called it. Didn't I just say I hear some Leo right there?
Yeah.
Boom.
mhm. The that didn't make sense to me. I didn't think your ascendant would be Leo. Like
You
I
got
didn't
double
expect
Leo.
that.
That's a lot of Leo. Why aren't
It's
you
good.
famous? No,
Oh, he's on his way. He's getting there. He's gonna be famous what, by next year.
That's
Forget
cool.
us. Just kidding.
That's interesting. Cancer and Leo right next to each other, man.
Right.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like? Here's something for someone like me who wants to get more into this stuff. What is the best places to look? And also, like, are there things that are just like for like clicks, like the horoscope, daily like stuff like that? Like,
Oh.
where do you study? How do you get like more into it? Because that's something I've always wanted to look at.
You
There's
gotta
15
go out of
different
your way
websites.
to find it, that's for sure. So, man, you gotta go through an astroho phase where you literally think everything
Yes.
is because of astrology and astrology rules everything, and then you have to reel
Right.
it back and be like, all right, well, I can't just judge,
Okay.
Scorpios
Definitely went through
based
that
on,
phase.
like I
Yeah.
read somewhere I don't get along with them, so you can't do that no more.
Mhm.
But my favorite astrologer that I think is super awesome, like, goddamn, does she fit into the context of the world so well. Her name is Chani Nicholas, Chani, and she's no secret. She's a celebrity astrologer, and like
I
she
see,
wrote a
yeah.
really cool book that explained a lot to me. She breaks it down in ways that are really down to earth, in my opinion. It's not just like, oh, Saturn's gonna be here, so pull out your crystals and like start your moonbeams.
Yeah.
It's more like, oh, Saturn's gonna be here, so you might get into some sort of like altercations if you have, an issue with like, or a person that is kind of an authority figure to you. You guys might butt heads a little bit, or you might be able to work
Yeah.
a little bit, so she says things with a grain of salt. I think they're always rooted
That's
in
good.
reality. And I think that's
Yeah.
really important
That's good.
to learn
That's
this
accessible.
field, especially.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've always been meaning to get into it. I
Yeah.
just never.
It's easy to get
Never
carried
have.
away or discouraged,
is.
I would say, with those like super, what do they call it? Hoodoo things? No, not hoodoo.
Yeah.
But
I just try to like have fun with it,
Yeah.
Like
It is fun, yeah.
you
It's
can live
interesting.
by it or you can choose not to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like I live by like the signs and astrology, but I do like to have fun with it.
it's fun.
guess
And
the
like
signs,
when
yeah.
it lines up, everybody's like, whoa, that was cool. It's like
know,
a little
right?
bit of magic,
Mm-hmm.
So I
Right.
think it's really cool. But definitely like, don't be a dick.
Right. Oh my gosh. People are definitely like that.
Thank you. That was
That's
really
raw.
Can
fun.
someone
I love
can someone
astrology.
explain the Mercury in retrograde thing? To me?
Yes.
Oh my
You guys know what
god.
that is?
It's not in
'Cause I always
retrograde right
hear it-
now, is it?
No, it's
I don't know what
not.
that means.
Okay, good.
And I want.
Mercury is the planet of communication. So this goes also back into like kind of more academia things, like the Jungian archetypes, which is like a
Okay.
psychology thing. And an archetype is kind of like a perfect example. For example, Hercules is a perfect example of a hero. So the hero archetype. So Mercury you can think of as like, if you like mythology like I do, it's like Hermes, um, communication, a link between like the mortal realm and the divine, and even just like connections in between. Nowadays, honestly, you could really think about Mercury as technology for communicating. So when
That's
Mercury's in
true.
retrograde, it means that the channels of communication are experiencing disturbance, and that could be seen in different things. You might find like your phone gets glitchy. You might have problems recording your podcast, or maybe you're having arguments with a relationship that rooted from a misunderstanding. Like, oh, I said it like this, but you understood me like that, and now we're in a fight, or things like
That's
that. You
interesting.
know, messages get lost, shit like that.
So
Yeah.
things are just all over the place. Kind
Yeah,
of,
it's
like,
just a
I've heard
moment
that
to slow down.
I've heard that people also like reconnect as well, like with
Yeah.
old friends.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
or
shit.
like have like they like deja vu moments almost, like
Yes.
connections to their past in a way.
Yes.
I've noticed that with retrograde.
And a really fun one that I noticed when I was first dating my boyfriend is like, they say, this is so fun. They say that exes will come back to talk to you during Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
And I told him that. I was like, lol. And then his exes, like, two of them came back to be like, hey.
See, it's like, dude, like right, like things like that, or like I'll see like an old friend like walking down the street, and I'll be like, hey, I haven't seen you in a few years. Like, what
Right.
is Mercury in retrograde?
that's
Things like that.
Yeah, shit like that.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we know when it is in retrograde? Is
Oh,
there, like,
dude, you'll hear it. It ripples through
Oh, I'll
the.
hear
It ripples. You'll know.
No, I mean, you can Google it
Yeah.
because it's all over the place. Like, all these things are based on astronomical phenomena.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Dang.
But I
Yeah.
can't
Learn something
interpret
new.
it myself, so I love Chani and this other lady called Luz Astral, and like I follow a bunch of people that know about astrology just
Yeah.
because like I like to hear a lot of different takes on or
Right, that's good.
interpretations, right? On like what
Yeah.
people think the energy is, and I like to pick out the ones that feel good to me.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's cool. I learned something new today.
Yes.
That's cool.
Snaps for that.
I had another question about, so you were born in Mexico City, correct?
That means.
And then you came out here when you were like 9. So something I was gonna ask about was that, so my dad was born in Nicaragua.
Oh, wow.
My mom was born in El Salvador.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, so some of the things they tell me from time to time, they'll talk to me about like some of the first things they remember when they came to the States, like some of the music, smells, things they saw that stuck with them. And I was curious, and food. And I'm curious what are your first memories of coming out here when you were
wow.
younger?
What a thoughtful question, Isaiah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, the diversity, because I landed here in the Bay Area, South San Francisco, and just seeing all these different group of people all here, and I was like, wow. I think I'd seen Asian people maybe twice before in my life. And Daly City is like really, there's a big Filipino community there.
Huge Filipino community.
Yeah, and I like my first boyfriend was Korean, and like African American people. Well, there's like Afro Latino people, but I just don't know why. I think as a kid I just like maybe didn't get exposed to them, or I just didn't see them. I was just thinking about like Play-Doh and toys and whatever. So
little kid things. Yeah.
but it was a cultural shock, and I started noticing people and just how varied people are.
Yeah.
Another thing that bothered me kind of was that everyone refers to Americans as Americans, and I was like, America's a continent. I'm American too.
Yeah.
Also, I was undocumented when we moved here, so it was even more of a like kind of digging my paws in there, because I was like, it felt really what's the word? I was kind of jaded about it, I was just kind of taking myself out of it just because out of like self-consciousness.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no,
I
it's
was
cool.
laughing.
My
I
camera.
didn't see this camera. I'm really bad at holding my
Damn,
head
she
back.
laughing. I'm
so sorry to
spilling
cut
my
you off.
guts to you, Monet.
Wow, Monet.
Ruined it. Fired. I'm just kidding.
Okay, now I'm leaving.
She'll never come back.
Oh,
No.
that's funny.
Right.
Okay.
You're feeling jaded.
Yeah, so it was just those things that I noticed this like American superiority vibe, and I was like,
Definitely a thing.
yeah. What else did I think about? The mayo sucks. McCormick is the way to go. Mayo's nasty here. The Whole Foods shit or Best Foods or whatever. Ugh.
Oh, Whole Foods. Oh my god.
It tastes weird. Or yeah, the blue one.
Oh.
Nasty.
I
And
like
the
mayo.
fruit,
I'm a
man,
fan.
because
Oh, the fruit.
yeah, I love mayo. The fruit in Mexico and South America and like anywhere that's warmer for that instance, the fruit is so delicious. It's like candy. And that's all I
Yes.
ate as a kid. I was just eating fruit. Like that's the only reason why I was still alive, I think. Because I was such a picky eater.
Love all fruit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
so
healthy at least.
it is, yeah. It's got some nutrients, right? At least it's like raw. You're not eating ho-hos.
Yeah.
Right.
I also love ho-hos. But yeah, the fruit here is janky at best. Like sometimes it's good. Citrus does well. Avocados pretty tasty, but for the most part, like my favorite fruit was guavas and mangoes. Papaya, and the way you find them here, they're just so flavorless and lame. I don't even eat fruit that much anymore.
Over processed, not as like natural as it should taste. I assume. Yeah, that's interesting because
it's
I know
just like you know it's been in the freezer for a while.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Oh, sorry. It's okay. I know different countries have different like taste buds almost, or like different like flavors. You know that they like people grow up and like evolve. And here it's different than like anywhere else, and same you know everywhere else is different. So it's interesting, like changing to that as a young child. If you're a picky eater, that's difficult.
Yeah,
finding new foods to like.
I did like chicken nuggets.
see, that's a little happy medium. Everyone's gotta like those at some point.
Yeah, for sure. Still have McDonald's. Yeah, that's all the things I can think of that like really stood out to me.
So I'm curious.
Other than you know the fucking different language and shit.
I'm curious because you know, Mexico City. I've never been out there, but does being a question I have my notes here. I said, does being a city kid per se in Mexico City, do you share any similarities with that from going from one to straight to to SF South City? Because you know they're both cities, but it's way different. And I feel like coming to the Bay Area, coming from somewhere, from out of the country, coming straight into SF, that's so much to take in. I feel like. But I'm curious, like what it's not like you came to like,
God,
Dude, Lafayette or something.
Everything felt so luxurious. I know, and now I live in Walnut Creek, man. Like, what's good?
Yeah. Chill.
I'm a white suburban woman now, by the way, in case you guys were wondering. That's where I'm at in my 20s.
She's evolved. There it goes.
Out here shopping at the Whole Foods next to like Karen and Barbara. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
And now, so South San Francisco is a suburb, not San Francisco. I know it sounds like it's like the south of it, but it's closer to the airport. I think it's like San Francisco and like fucking I don't even remember, but there's like two cities and then South City. And we did go out to like San Francisco to just like tourists, be like, what's up, where we at, like let's go to the Golden Gate, like damn. Everything felt so luxurious. Like I was like, wow, everything here is so clean and like there's so much space. The money is different because it's like 15 pesos to $1. So seeing things that were priced like 1, 2, 3, I was like, oh, girl, are we rich now? Yeah, I was like, damn, we rich. So it was cool, and the city's beautiful. Like, I was kind of I'm gonna say hoodlum, but it's not true. It's just that my mom was a single mom, and I was the kid that was like, all right, well, my mom's not here, so I'm gonna go out and go check out like the pet store at the market, like the supermarket.
Oh, I love that though. Just exploring your own, like, like your
Yeah,
own
but it
town, own
was
city.
really dangerous. Well, this was in Mexico because we lived in a really dodgy area. Part of the reason why we moved is because my mom was like, I can't keep an eye on her, like,
Oh.
goddamn. So it was interesting.
Oh wait, I'm so
Did
sorry.
it
My battery's gonna
translate?
die. I'm
Oh
gonna
no.
replace my battery really quick.
Okay,
Let me
for
take an
sure.
intermission really fast. I'm sorry. Let me do that real quick. I'm
I'm
gonna stop the recording.
little
So
intermission.
that, yeah, let me stop the recording real quick.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Don't forget just hold on to that. Yes. All right, so we're back. Thank you for holding during our intermission. Had to change a couple batteries, but I think we're good to go. Where did we leave off? We're talking about South City.
Oh yeah. How like the cities translate into each other. I want to say that not a lot transferred just because it was such a like shaking experience. My life was just completely different after that. But I moved around a lot in Mexico as a kid, so I kind of had this I guess experience with that uprooting, and making new friends out of school and just like being a little bit more social fluid than that. So that really, I think, kicked in because I knew how to speak English by like, I came in the middle of the year too. So it was extra sucked because
Yeah.
like there wasn't just, the new kids. It was just like one new kid. It's you.
You're the one everyone
Yeah,
notices.
well, you and your brother, I guess. But yeah, I learned English really quickly, I think, because I was trying to like at least adapt to some point, like desperately. But yeah, it was cool.
Nice. How close in age are you and your brother?
Oh, we're we were besties growing up, but I think we grew apart. I think my family grew apart because of the move. It was just so stressful. When I think about it now, I mean, I'm 27, like it's been a minute. So I think about it sometimes and I like try to, I guess, psychoanalyze all of us, but I think that an event as traumatic is a word for it, but I don't want to like call us trauma victims or anything like that. It's just like an event that shakes you so much like that. I think put everybody into some sort of like survival mode, right? And so we were all trying to figure out, I mean, my mom was trying to feed her kids and my brother and I were trying to figure out who we were. And I think that I reacted kind of negatively. I think I shut down from my family a lot. And I felt, I didn't feel ashamed to be Mexican sometimes, but there were moments that I felt ashamed of being undocumented and being like different and in a such a like decidedly bad way, because there's still such ugly thoughts and language in our country right now around like immigrants and specifically Mexican and South American immigrants. So it was hard, but my brother and I love him so much. Oh my god, I would die if he died. I like can't even fathom. And I feel sad when I think about where our relationship is now because I know that I pushed him away a lot out of my own self-consciousness. And I deeply regret that. And it's kind of hard to get back into it. Also, my brother has Asperger's and he's a fucking sweetheart. He's like the sweetest thing in the whole world. And he's still so like loving and he's always like, how you doing and things like that. So I am at least grateful that I can appreciate him more now and that I can catch myself and this habitual, bad behavior and like correct
Mhm.
it to something more loving
Yeah.
and things like that. But it takes time. And also we're living our lives now. So
Mhm.
it's hard because we all or he lives with my family again now, but I live away
Mhm.
from everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and as long the love is still there, and that's important. And
Yeah.
like, you're right, it does take time for things like that, and everyone's case is so different. And when you're struggling for like a sense of identity, like that goes for anyone,
Mm-hmm.
it might cause you to want to like push away, and sometimes it feels needed, but then we have to deal with
Yeah,
the repercussions later too. But
totally.
recognizing that is, yeah, it takes a lot.
I do think I needed that freedom and that
Hmm.
space to come into myself. Um,
Hmm.
but then again, like maybe I didn't. Maybe I
Mhm.
could have been a little bit more supported and supportive.
Hmm.
But it is what it is, and we're here. And like, you're right about like love has never been missing from my family, and we're all
Hmm.
just um so fond of each other, I would say.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
good.
I think
Yeah.
that's important, the most important part.
yeah, it's all you
Yeah.
need.
Mhm. I wanted to dive in also to the oh, sorry, I had my notes right here. So yeah,
Don't cry,
when
Monet.
Monet, look at her. In the
Just because you
last
went like this.
interview, she cries. We did a
Oh
bit
No,
where
my god.
she
oh
we did a bit
Monet.
we did a bit
No, I
where
don't.
where
I do
I
not.
it was her birthday
It's
and the
okay,
29th or
girl.
whatever. And
Uh-huh.
I sang to her like as a joke on the
Happy
podcast, and then
I
we
had
did
fake tears.
a clip where she poured water on her eye and it went like that, and it looks insane, but that'll
Do
actually be
it for
uploaded
the
tonight. But
gram.
Oh
yeah,
my, right. Oh my god, you'll see. You'll see.
oh, it
That's
looks
so funny.
insane, but it's funny. So how how young were you when you figured out that you wanted to do like? Well, I guess I should say, how young were you when you first started? Like, have you been singing forever, or when did you really start getting into music, like starting to build into that?
I started singing when I was a little baby kid. I used to sing about underwear.
Oh.
And I would take like, my mom listened to all kinds of music. She
Uh-huh.
listened to classical music a lot, operatic,
Hmm.
but also Shakira,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
also
Hmm.
like American rock, like the
Oh
Scorpions
yeah.
and
Hmm.
things like
So you
that.
just have like a wide music taste. That's
Oh
nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
because my
Everyone
mom, she
in
listens to like the same things. I was not introduced to any
yeah,
of that as a kid.
it's
That's
so
really
funny.
cool. Yeah.
I know. It's like I feel like some people, maybe some cultures, I don't know, don't attach themselves to like the musical identities as much, so they just like
Yeah.
listen to whatever. And that's
Hmm.
really cool cuz you get the craziest mixes. But
Yeah.
so I would sing like da 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 as some I think it's like a Carmen opera or something. I don't know. But I would
Mm-hmm.
take these melodies and I would write my own little words over them.
Yeah,
And then I watched this soap opera when I was maybe in like second, third grade called Cómplices al Rescate. And it means accomplices to the rescue. And it was the
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
dumb.
Hmm.
It's such a show. So obviously it was a telenovela. So
Yeah, yeah.
there was like kidnapping and like drama and love triangles. But
Mm-hmm.
basically, it was a group of kids that were in a band together and they were famous and like they played music. And there was like a diva. And then there was like a
Yeah,
hella
yeah.
down to earth, long lost twin, all these things. So I
Oh yeah, all
watched
the
that show.
tropes. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
I used to like pretend to be the singer. So I'd be like, ah, and just like dancing in
Yeah.
my living room.
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah.
It's like training
um,
you when you're a young age.
yeah, yeah. It's
Yes.
so
Yeah.
crazy because
Hmm.
what verse? I think it was um oh, it's from LP3. I think it's a Pero vente a poco, eres mi amante. Honey. Okay, it's the song called Honey that's on LP3, which
Mm-hmm.
won't be out until later this year.
Mm-hmm.
But
Exciting.
I
Yes. Hmm.
have been bringing some Spanish into our music, into like the
Yeah.
lyrics and stuff.
I love
Mm-hmm.
that.
I
Hmm.
love it. It's so fun. It makes me feel so good.
Yeah, I
And
like
I
that a
was
lot too.
listening to it one time, like just bopping.
Just
And
vibing. Yeah.
yeah, and I was like microwaving something. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it hit me. It sounded just like not like I copied, but it sounded like the energy and the vibe that I used to get from watching that show. And I was like,
Oh,
oh
okay.
my God, I used to watch a
Yeah.
show about a girl in a band. And now here I
Full
am.
circle.
Yes, all the crazy
It's
like parallel. Don't you love that? It's like,
Dude.
Yeah.
like that's where I want it to be, and now you're here. It's like, oh, that's
Oh my
crazy.
God. It's crazy.
Yes.
It's so nuts. And I
Yeah, it's a
didn't,
fulfilling like
you
thing.
don't like
Yeah.
connect the dots as you're doing them, you know?
Right.
Oh,
And then you
Jesus.
get there and you're like, oh my God, I did all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And then what else? So it was a lot of just like singing by myself. I recorded. I've never said this to anybody, but I'm gonna tell
Oh,
you right now.
exclusive.
I record. Well, it's not that great, but I recorded on like my raggedy, like tiny Target phone one time. You know, the prepaid ones.
Oh yeah.
I was like at a friend's house and I was walking around in the garage with my bare feet and I was using that like slap as like a beat
Oh.
and then I was like writing a song. I was so
Oh,
poetic
snap.
and
That's funny.
It was so dumb.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. No, you're just
But-
using what you have. Make a beat,
Yeah.
write a song. Yeah.
I've always done that.
Mm.
I've always like made these very, you know, scrappy musical compositions and
Mm.
I didn't put that together. I really thought that my musical career started by happenstance, like during college when I met my first band mates. But no, I've been thinking and talking about it, you know, with other people in like another podcast, and it just like realizing that I had that background, I think was even more meaningful. I thought because I was like, you know, I didn't grow up with the guitars and with the things and with the
Mhm.
musicians. It was hard to tell my family that I was dropping out of school to be in a band.
Yeah,
But
pursue your dreams. Mhm.
it was very Oh, girl, I had to, but it was hard.
Mhm.
So I consider myself like kind of a fucking fighter. Like I
Yeah.
chose this in my soul and never let anyone take it from me. And
Yeah.
I'm really proud of that.
Yeah.
Oh my
You know,
God.
it's one of those things where it's like you probably couldn't imagine doing anything else. It's just like it's what feels right, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. And when I was in high school, not to flex, but I'm a flex. When I was in high school, I tried out for the school musical because I was like, I want to know what this
Oh
is
yeah,
about.
we're gonna ask about that.
Yes,
musical
queen. I got the
experience and stuff.
lead,
Yes.
queen. And then everybody was like mad at me because this one girl that
Oh my
wanted
g-
the part and
whatever.
thought she was gonna get it, she turned everyone against me. But it's okay. We ended up.
Dang. No, we don't like that. That's just people being jealous, you know, getting
I
into their own
know.
heads about stuff. But
I know.
you got
it
what
was
you deserved. That's
lame,
important.
but we were high school kids. God damn.
Right, it's high school. Hmm.
Yeah, I had my own things too, you know. But yeah,
Oh.
I think that was my first taste of like because I was just like, oh, maybe I'll get like a singing role. Maybe I could be part of like
Yeah.
a little chorus in the back or
Yeah.
something. And then I got the lead role and I was like, I think I was the most shocked. I mean, I wanted it obviously, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Like,
well,
oh, capable.
maybe
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
is something here, you know? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What was the musical?
The musical is Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, okay.
And
we
I
did Little
got-
Horrors School.
I got Fame the next year also. I also got the lead.
Mhm.
Dang.
And yeah, it's
Interesting.
cool. My head got
Wow,
hella
I need to
big,
study up
too.
on my musicals.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
cool. It's whatever.
Did you ever do like a band or anything like that, or any other? What were like some of the extracurriculars? you did?
No, I did marching band, but I did color guard. So I was a
Oh,
dancer.
that's so cool. Oh my
I
God.
did color
Oh.
guard. I did cheerleading. I was the photography club president for 1 year.
Dang, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm,
definitely a trier. I was like, let me
Yeah.
see that,
Mhm.
let me see that, let me see that.
Mhm.
So I did a lot in high school, but I loved dancing, I loved cheerleading, and I loved color guard, and that was where I found my friends, and I've been hanging out with band people since then because I was like,
That
oh,
really
yeah.
gets you started.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was like,
a
oh,
bunch of
these are
band
my
geeks.
friends. Totally, that was my
Yeah.
people, my crew, and it still is, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, you got two band geeks right here.
Hey.
We both were in. Yeah.
Yes, we
We
Dude,
both
the
got
rest
these
of the
games.
band
we all
is band
dabbled.
geeks.
Yes.
We're out here,
Yes.
man. Still in band.
Yeah. Do you play any instruments?
Not fluently, but I can get
Mhm.
by. I used to like, oh my god, maybe I'll send you. No, but you can Google it. I used to
She said you have to
do
find
like
it.
guitar covers.
Mhm.
Guitar
Uh-huh.
covers on
Oh, that's cool.
YouTube. They're
Mhm.
still up on my old account. I can
Mhm.
play the piano very basically. That was
Mhm.
another thing that I like have always dabbled with. So I think I'm gonna get classes at some point. I'm gonna take piano
Mhm.
lessons because I realized one of my personal goals is to be a virtuoso by the time I die, just for my own satisfaction. Like
Yes,
Yeah.
I feel that. Mhm.
classical music is definitely like taking a big lump in my soul, and
Mhm.
I've always loved it, and it's always like I don't know. I mean, it's weird being a singer, but there's something about classical music that's just like so directly emotional. It just cuts through everything, I think.
It
So,
does. It hits
yeah.
differently than
Yeah,
other
and I
music
used to
without
play
words.
bass too. I played bass
Oh,
in a band
snap.
for a little bit.
Mhm.
I just don't play drums because I can't. I'm not that good with rhythm. Ah,
Your dog plays drums from what I've seen on your
he
story.
does.
Oh my gosh, your dog is so cute.
Thank you. He's making a fuss outside right now. He's like
Oh.
trying to
Oh
get in.
no. How old is he?
He is gonna be 7 this June,
Aw.
so he's almost 7. He's very
It's,
What's his
um,
name?
Tuca.
Oh, that's so cute. You said Tuca?
James. Uh-huh.
Got you. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh no, we're lagging a little bit. Damn.
Yeah. The good thing about this new software is that no matter how much it lags, it still records it like in high quality. So hopefully
Oh,
it works
okay.
out. Yeah.
So you could adjust it. Okay, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So it'll all be
It'll
good.
save.
But
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
um
Julio.
oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, Monet, you
Oh
were
yeah,
asking
my
me.
dog.
Yeah, is it
Sorry.
so it's husky or Malamute?
He's a husky, but fuck
Okay.
him. We're not talking about him. We're talking about art.
I know.
Sorry, I
She's
took
a
you off your
dog.
train of thought.
I
My
know.
bee, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I like since we're talking about learning different instruments and all that stuff, I wanted to point out that like listening to like not only Led to Gold, but also just listening to Nothing But Love, Just Friends album. I recommend anyone listening listen to it. Like your voice is highlighted so like well on that. Like, oh my gosh, like listening to it, I'm like, like I could feel it so much. Like
Oh,
you have
yeah.
a really, really pretty voice, and I really enjoyed listening to it.
You
Yeah.
think so? Damn,
There's a lot of personality in there. A lot of
Thank
like
you
Yes.
guys.
there was
yes.
I was telling Monet that and this is gonna sound silly, but I was telling Monet that on I Wanna Love You, I feel like I can hear like you smiling in it, if that makes sense. Like I can
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
when you say
it
honey
does.
specifically, I can tell it's a good vibe when you recorded it, and like
You
I
are a
imagine.
Cancer. What a beautiful thing to say.
I hear it like whenever you say honey, that words. I imagine like it sounds like you were like like laughing, like smiling when you did it, and I don't know. That's something interesting to me.
Aw, that's awesome. Thank you. Oh no, what's going on
Yes.
with you, dude?
And that's cool.
He
Yeah,
got shy.
I know the camera cut him off. Wow. No.
There we go.
Yeah, but that's like
Oh,
those little
thank
things you
you.
notice,
Thank you. I always
Yeah.
thought that my voice was just like average.
Really.
Because, I hear it all the time.
Yeah. I mean, but you're more used to it. But I guess to people like that haven't heard it, it's like, some people have a really unique voice. Some people have like and some people like they're really good at singing, but like their voice sounds like everyone else's. But I feel like your voice has like it's very like clear sounding, and you can hear the personality behind it. And I think that's most important because like no matter like
Yeah.
what it sounds like or what range or whatever, it's like, oh, that's Brianda,
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
especially like
Mm.
and especially like in the ad libs and stuff. Like
Yeah.
those work so well. Even in the little things in the background, like on
On Nothing
I
But
don't know. I'm
Love?
trying to think of like like I hear like a lot of like the little shouts and stuff. The little
Damn. I
Oh,
wish you
let's
guys
go,
could hear the fucking LP3 because that shit is so good. And
I'm excited.
that record actually has space for me. Like
Oh,
Nothing
yeah.
But Love was already completely finished when
Oh, yeah.
they
Oh,
had
okay,
me
that makes
like hop
sense.
on.
Mhm.
Yeah. I did everything in like 2-3 days.
Oh
And we've been
wow,
just
what the heck?
coasting off of it. Yeah, dude. And I didn't know I was part of a band whatsoever. Sam was like,
Mhm.
"Hey, could you come in and like do some backup vocals?" And I was like, "Hell
Mhm.
yeah, dude, let's do it." And so they were like, "Okay, well, can we just get you to do some like, like some ad-libbing or some
Like
sort of
some
like
runs.
melodic things here?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Sure, let me try." Blah, 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 blah. And they're like, "Oh my God, can you do it over
Wow.
here?" And I'd be like,
Yeah.
I mean, not trying
That's
to
crazy.
flex. Like now that
Uh,
when I think about it now, I'm like, God damn it! Why didn't nobody let me like give me a little time to think it
yeah.
out? But
Yeah.
Dude,
it
it
was
like it
cool.
comes
It
off
was
so
like
well.
spontaneous, I guess. Oh,
Yeah,
thank
like even if it
you,
was
thank
spontaneous,
you,
like it's
Jesus.
like I'm gonna point out a couple of my favorites here. I hope I'm not lagging. Am I lagging?
And I
A
can
little,
hear
but
you,
it's
okay.
okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a
It's
little
it's lagging on
it's a little
mine,
delayed.
but it's fine.
Okay. Okay. A couple of my favorites though from the album would be like I Wanna Love You, Nothing But Love, Sick of It All, and oh my gosh, I love Worry so much. Like that song is so
You
good.
gotta
And like you saying
worry.
like how you like went in there and just like hopped on and like just like did your little thing. I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, like it comes off so well." Like it's very natural even though it was spontaneous, you know?
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's like
Hell yeah.
I can't imagine like your voice not being a part of the record because it just adds so
Oh,
much to it.
yeah.
It makes it like a
Thank
lot
you.
more
Yeah,
powerful, I
Oh,
that's
think.
you guys,
interesting.
you're gonna love LP3. Ooh, I
Yeah.
love it. I'm a
I'm
big
gonna
ass Just Friends fan myself.
yeah.
Like not
That's good.
me, just friends.
I can't count like how many times I've like I remember when at least the first time I found the because I actually did find I think I heard I Want to Love You like way before I saw like you guys open because I remember I was like, oh, I know a song by them or something. I was like,
Oh,
yeah, I was just
cool.
like chilling. And then but I remember then I got really into it and I was like I remember I would always drive up into like the Berkeley like Grizzly Peak area and I'd always listen to that like while driving with my friends and I'd always play that song. And then I told them I was like, yeah, we're having her on the show and they're like, yo, what the fuck? Like that's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So that song like was the one that I mean that song's just like super catchy and everything. That one drew me in, but um
Cool.
yeah.
It's got the most plays on Spotify, so shoot, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also love the new I mean the volume 1, the little drop you guys did.
Yeah,
That
what'd
was
you think about the acoustic one?
yeah,
Do you
I
remember
I
that?
like that it was so I noticed Sam he took like the second verse, right?
No, that was Brandon, the guitar
Oh,
player.
Brandon. Oh, really? Okay,
Yes.
that's interesting. I like that there was that dynamic because obviously the first one is just all one voice, but I think it works really. And the Spanish part was lovely.
Oh,
Love it.
yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
I love when bands and artists are able to, because it doesn't always translate directly. Like Spanish lyrics will sometimes come off more because the way it's said, it's like more elegant than it sounds if you put it in Google Translate or something. But on this, like
Yeah.
it's super. Everything felt natural, and the music video, the little at the where did you guys film that the lake?
Oh shit. I forget what it's called. It's up in Richmond. What is it? The
Okay.
marina? No.
Oh yeah.
I don't know,
Sorry,
but there's
one
like
second.
a dock, an abandoned dock, and some
I think you
train
might
tracks.
be right.
Yeah.
Marina. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the
Very
exact
cute.
name.
Yeah. What's he doing?
Sorry, I had a little distraction there. My phone started freaking out.
I just got chilies.
but
My mom dropped off
Oh.
chilies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
snap.
have a sandwich waiting for me.
oh,
Sorry, what were you saying?
I don't know.
What was the last thing? Oh.
I know we got thrown,
Yeah,
thrown off course. a little bit.
Richmond. It was at the Richmond like lake or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but I'm calling it the marina.
Okay, cool.
Good name.
Yeah,
We'll stick to that.
and then Dosed too sounds.
Oh, love
I
that
didn't.
song.
I had never heard the original of that song, so
Oh,
to me
wow,
that was like
really?
yeah. So to me it was like to me it's I associate it with you guys. which
Yeah,
is,
that's what you think.
know.
You're like dosed by just
Yeah.
friends.
yeah, and I love it. I love
Wow.
that song. I think out of the that's the one I play that at work a lot actually. Like I play it on the speakers at work, and it's like
Cool.
everyone's chilling with it. So yeah,
Where do
it's
you
a
work?
lot of. I work at Rock and Robbie's downtown Concord music shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Cute little
Yeah,
music
so I
store.
sell instruments and all that.
I've been there. I'll
Yeah.
Google it.
And then Nate, the third one with Nate Curry.
Was
That
that
one, that
Fever remix, right?
Fever remix, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Fever, like the little rhythmic like melodies, like the way that just like comes down. Oh my gosh, it's just like so like you pull it off like really well.
Thank
Like,
you.
I
I actually wrote that.
Really?
Or I mean, I guess I've written everything that you hear me, but I put some thought into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Fever's
what would you like? How would you describe your songwriting process? Because I know you said you grew up just like coming up with your own lyrics, whether it was about like underwear,
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Let's see. Do you mean like my own songs or the Just Friends more collaborative things?
Either. I guess just
Your
friends.
own.
We'll get in the
well,
lead to
I'd say-
gold too
Yeah,
in a
I
bit.
can,
Oh, yeah,
I can definitely give you an idea of both. So, having an instrumental track is like fucking essential.
Yes.
But sometimes I start things off of like a little melody in my head.
Mhm.
I believe that the musical ideas, when you get that one idea, like, the ones that come from your brain and the ones that just show up.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I
It's
mean?
like the genius moment.
Right, exactly. So those I feel like are a little bit more spiritual, but yeah, I just kind of like listen to something on a loop and I wait for one of those little like earworms to wiggle its way out. Sometimes it takes a really long time. Sometimes I can try something, right away and not like it, but it helps me. So it's almost like taking steps up a ladder or a staircase or something.
Yeah.
And I hear maybe like a do-do-do-do-do-do-do or something like that. For Fever, let's take that for an example because that's easier. So, when I listened to Fever, I got this like vibe from Mariah Carey's We Belong Together, which is kind of old. I don't know if y'all would know it, but
Oh, I
No,
know
yeah,
it. It's okay. I know it. I
yeah,
got you.
doing things crying,
that
trying
makes
to
a lot
figure
of
out where the
sense.
hell I went wrong with it.
Yes, that
Yeah.
early like R&B. Yeah.
Yeah, so that da-da-dee-da-da-da-da-da-da, like I wanted that, and I could hear like a ghost of that over the Fever track, and so I write around those ideas. Like first I start making sounds, and then sometimes words and sounds come together. And then it might start with like I like tuna sandwiches and da 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 da.
Yeah.
So then later you like change it to actual words, and then I don't know. It's almost like a coaxing process. Like if you have a blob and you want to shape this blob into a heart, but you got to move it really slowly from this side, and then you got to pat it on the other side, and then you got to
mold it.
pat it over here. Yeah, so you're kind of molding it, or I'm kind of molding it slowly with sounds, with words, with story, content. Nowadays, like even ad libs, because I didn't used to do a lot of ad lib work, but Just Friends definitely changed that for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's always like changing. I feel like things also get a little bit deeper. So back when I was doing nothing but love, I had so much to say, and I had all these ideas like flying around in my head. And I think that's why it was easy to just kind of like pop something out and blah blah blah. And I still have the ability to pop things out like kind of in the moment, but I think my standards are a little bit higher now. So I'm like, okay, but I want this to be more thoughtful.
Yes,
And I want
get
it
that.
to be more like, I want it to follow the motifs of the song. And I think like the emotion of this song sounds like this particular situation in someone's life. So yeah, it's really intuitive, I would say. It's an intuitive process. It's fucking fun. It's like the light of my life. It's my reason for living. And I love that shit.
Oh, yes. Yes, we love to hear that.
Yeah, I always like to like ask like different people who are primarily singers how they come to a song because for example like in my one of my groups she'll send me just a demo of her just singing like nothing in the background just like straight melody and then we'll try and write something below that like to match it.
That's awesome. God damn, I wish I had that shit back in the day.
I know, it's crazy. I still can't believe that she does that.
And then sometimes it's the other way around where we'll send her something and she'll write to that. So it's like that's always interesting for me, like to see how different singers tend to like collaborate with people and how they do it.
And having a really rudimentary understanding of instruments has helped me so much because I used to do that too. I used to send people like a melody line, and I have really good relative pitch. So, you know, I would send people these like melody ideas and they'd be like, what the fuck you want me to do with this? I don't understand it. And I'd be like, oh no, I suck.
No, it's like hard to like write instrumental to melody sometimes.
Right. So you don't have all the chordal information and shit. So now that I have my own like A chord and like G chord.
Oh, you're like, I know the chords.
F minor.
Ooh,
So now I think about like the melody and I pick out the one from it and I try to like find it on the piano. And you guys are fucking band nerds and I'm not, so I'm still kind of like I don't know where it is, but it sounds
you
like
still know what you're doing though.
I hope, but it's made it so much easier. And also, this computer that I'm talking to you from changed my life because using GarageBand and those loops. And those already created sounds to where I don't have to know how to play instruments to create music was a game changer. That's how I wrote Let to Gold and all the other songs that I wrote along with it. Like, it was just over loops. And I was like, whoa. And I even played out some synths and things. But yeah, dude, it changed everything. I was like, look out, bitches, I'm coming for you.
He's like, I got GarageBand now. I got chords.
That's interesting. I was telling Monet about I was talking to her about how when you were talking about how you were gonna release a solo song, I was like I have no idea what to expect because I was like, you know, Just Friends is like, you know, funk, punk, rock. Right. Whatever, you know, and then for this I was like, well, let's see what happens, you know, so I'm interested, and then it come out with this super unique like synth R&B, you know, it's like a multi-genre thing, you know,
synth
and I was
R&B?
like, dang,
I'll take it.
Shit. And I hear like, you know, I honestly can say I haven't heard like another style like similar to this song. It's super like, cool. You know, it's just a really cool vibe. So I was really like, it was really cool to see that you were able to like kind of differentiate yourself and like kind of pave your own path with all that, you know, because it's like,
thank you,
you know, it's really your own music and it's a cool vibe.
Yeah, the shit that's going on in my head, like because I really like to be alone. I love my solitude, so I feel like my brain just marinates in itself and I'm like, yeah, cool. I don't know. I always know what I'm up to and what I feel about things, unless I'm having an existential crisis. But even then, I'm like, I'm having fun through it.
Yeah. Still some central point to come back to.
Cool.
Yeah, dramatic ass cancers, man.
So, Monet,
yes.
Should we bring up the fan questions? We got a few.
Yes, I'm ready. I've been ready. I've been waiting for this moment.
We got a few pretty good ones.
Awesome.
Let me pull them up right now.
Yeah, let me pull them up too, so I remember.
Monet, do you want to read the first one?
Yes. The question is, which first one actually? Which?
You pick.
I'll pick. Okay, got you.
You pick which one.
Let's pull up attachments here. Okay. All right.
I don't think I sent you the newest one. Let me send it.
Yeah, let's do that. So we'll be on the same page.
Yeah. But you can read one that you see now, because my phone's like from 2000.
All right, so
10.
Here's a question from I'm just gonna read the Nessa Bellin, I believe. I believe their name is Vanessa.
Oh,
I know Vanessa.
Vanessa, yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, we got a few questions from Vanessa.
Cool.
Yes. So Vanessa's asking,
I
where
love
do
you,
you write
Vanessa. Shout out.
most of your music?
Where?
Yes, where?
Um, in my room. In my room is where I write all my
Mm-hmm.
music. But more specifically, I use Logic now, which is a step
Ooh,
up from
upgrade.
GarageBand.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I prefer to write by myself. I find it a
Yeah.
lot easier to hear my thoughts. And also,
Mm-hmm.
I get super nervous, like bringing something, because I'm hella sensitive about my shit. So
Yeah, I
when
get
I
that
show it
too.
to somebody, I want to make sure that I'm sure this is what I want to say, or
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's just a comfort level with vulnerability, I guess. So I prefer to do a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more like, let's write separate and then let's send each other some things, and once we know we're on the same page, like cool,
Mm-hmm.
maybe let's get together. And also because I didn't have the oh shit, well, when I was in Sweet Peaches, which is my first band,
Mm-hmm.
we used to write together in Alex's room sometimes, and I would just like kind of be sitting there with a notebook. But when I'm around people, it takes me so much longer to write something,
Mm-hmm.
just because like everybody's energy is on me, you know?
Yeah, it's like it's a kind of a pressure almost,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
and you
it's
want
a
it to
lot
be
of
good.
pressure.
Yeah.
Totally, totally,
Mm-hmm.
lots of pressure.
Yeah, it's more of an intimate thing for some people, I think.
Yeah,
Songwriting. Yeah.
that's definitely me.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been getting better at collaborating, so that makes me really excited because you can't do anything by yourself
I know.
ever,
Yeah, that's true.
truly,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Vanessa, I have to point out, Vanessa also said, I'm gonna quote this. She says, also, IOY Bronze, I can't wait to see you again soon.
The
Oh,
little heart.
girl, me too. I love you, bro.
We got
See you in the
Ian
gram.
Armstrong said, also, where did the name Brond come from?
Good
Oh, that's
question. That's a good
funny.
question.
That's a good question. No one's asked me that.
Really?
Really? What the heck?
Yeah, no one gives a shit, I guess.
Heard it here first. Ian cares, clearly.
Yeah. Well, my name is Brianda, and that's kind
Hmm.
of difficult for some people to say. And I don't know how it came about, but it came from Brondor the Destroyer.
Ooh,
Because
okay.
I know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a small, like, cute little sensitive thing. But to protect myself, I have to put this Aries big ol' front, like I'm all fire and
Yes.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, Monet?
Yes, I got you. I got you.
And so, are you too? Because you're a lot of fire, Isaiah. You got that fire rising. But,
Yeah, I got that Leo
um,
going on.
I don't know.
so, yeah. So I was always like a little sister that was like, bossing everybody around, telling my brother what to do. Like, he was always following me. He's a year older, but I was always like the older sibling and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I just got this, like, kind of, I'm really direct, I would say, also.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't like small talk or bullshit. And I can't really hide my feelings too well, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think, or at least when I'm upset. So I
Mm-hmm.
think I got this like fierce persona like around me. And
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
think
good.
I think that's what this is my best guess, by the way, because I didn't come up with these. And I wouldn't have it because I'd be like, that's lame. How are you going to give yourself a nickname? But sometimes I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Brondor was there first, and then Brond was shorter and cuter, and
It's catchy.
oh,
Yeah.
you know what it was? So it's a little catchier. So though
Mm.
that was flying around, but the moment that it really came to be was on the first birthday that I had with just friends. You can still see the post somewhere. I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
my hair's in a pixie cut and I'm wearing like a green bra or something turned around like in my
Mm-hmm.
butt. And Sammy said, "Happy birthday to our big bad Brond," and that's where that came
Oh.
from.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
So it was
got
like
that
kind of
name
like
from my
That's
stuck from
cute.
birthday.
there.
Yeah, from then,
Yeah.
like everybody already called me Brond, I think, but it just
Mm-hmm.
became, it was like super official with that post. So
Got you.
Oh,
then I was like, I like the sound of that, and I made it my Instagram
Brond.
handle, and it's been that ever
Yeah.
Nice.
since.
Would you
Yeah.
do you
It's
prefer
catchy.
for people to call you Brond or do you prefer Brianda? Or does it matter how much like people know
Um,
you?
I think. So the only thing I don't like is brie. That's not me.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of breeze in the world. Nothing wrong with
It
brie, but it's not for
totally.
everyone.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. I don't think I'm a brie. I'm a bee for sure. I'm a Brond. I'm a Brianda. Brianda, like whatever. I don't have a preference at this point. I prefer people to call me whatever is most comfortable for them, because when people feel uncomfortable, I can feel that shit. And I'm like, I don't need it.
Yeah,
Don't bring me there.
Yeah.
So call me whatever.
got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I've called Monet many a nickname.
Oh,
in
Isaiah's come
recent-
up with at least 10 nicknames for me in the past week. So you can imagine in the past year.
How about Motai? Do you have that one?
Ooh, no.
I like
See-
Motai.
Oh, Motai. See, that's good. I like that.
See what Isaiah does is he starts with M, and whatever comes next becomes my
Malunga.
new name.
I think I called her movie. I think I called her movie one time.
Movie.
You call me like Monolith or something? Or like
Monolith.
Monolith or something?
Hey, Monogram, get
every
over
day.
here.
Monogram.
Monogram, yes.
There was one that was like Monet. You were like, what? I don't remember what it was. There was one.
It was
that was like,
absurd. It happened more than once.
it was like March or something. I don't remember what it was. Something
March,
random.
you're like, hell no.
But, oh,
That's funny. Who asked that
cool.
name question? That was a good one. Sorry.
That's
Ty.
_Ian.Armstrong_.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yes, thank you, Ian.
And he also asked.
Thank
He
you.
also asked how's life right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
we talked about it earlier.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But she cool. She good.
Life's going all right.
Love
We
it.
got next one's from actually the first guest we had, Araya.
Oh, yeah.
He asked about advice for when encountering writer's block.
Also
Oh,
a good
shit.
question.
Damn, that one's hard. Well, it really depends why the writer's block is here.
That's interesting.
Because it could be from just like needing a little bit of rest. You could be overworking yourself, but you could also be going through like some emotional turmoil, and maybe you're not facing it in the way that you're meant to. And that could also be like, you can't write a song about love when you're depressed, and like
Yes.
don't have a partner or whatever. It's not going to come. I mean, you could technically, but it's not going to come out authentic, and it's not going to sound like your own voice and your own thoughts, because I feel like our brain defaults to things that we know. We all know like better to be late than never. We all know that one.
Yeah.
So that might pop out and you don't know it, and that's why I like to think about my lyrics a little bit more now, because I'm like, okay, I got to make sure that it's something that I would actually say. But yeah, writer's block. I would say it's one of those. It's resting, either not resting, and you know what else it could be? It could be your intention with it, because if you're writing to be somebody that you're not, and if you're writing for the wrong reason, which is anything other than being true to yourself, or saying something that you think is important, or having fun, just having like a good old time. If you're writing, you see this a lot. I'm not saying that this is, the person that asked the question or anybody that we know, but I've seen a lot of people that ask me for advice, like on DMs or something. And they're kind of like, why isn't my career going anywhere? What? Because you ain't write no music. Like, you need to know how to write music first. Like, you don't know how to express yourself. You're trying to be somebody else. That's why you're trying to be somebody else that you saw and you thought was cool. Which, like, sorry, not to yell. It's something that we all do. I've done it. I've been trying to be somebody else. And that's something that the pandemic really showed me.
Yeah.
It was like, you're not writing for you, girl. Like, it's not that I'm trying to be Ariana Grande or something, even though, like, wink, wink.
That'd be nice.
But, yeah, I realized that I was writing to appeal to my audience and be able to keep my career going and just like be able to pay my bills. And those are not the true me. Those are not things that motivate me. What motivates me is like honest expression and connection to other people, connection to myself, connection to the divine, like those freaky things. So if I'm writing for money, like you best believe it's not going to sound like me. So I would say that's probably the number one writer's block. You just are trying to be somebody else.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Right.
I never
And
thought
writing
about
with
it
like
that.
intention, the intention of expressing like what you really feel,
Totally.
like what you really
We
want.
all
you know?
have things to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all do.
Dang, that's interesting.
And journaling really helps.
Oh yeah.
Stream of consciousness journaling gets you back to where you need to be,
For sure.
which is talking to your own damn self.
Let's see. Monet, do you want to take the next one?
Great question.
Yeah, sure, I got you. So, I believe we got another one from. Should we do another one from Vanessa?
Yeah, let's do the one we're both thinking of last. And then Vanessa, we'll do all Vanessa's.
Wait.
Vanessa, thank you, baby. Send me so many.
Yeah, she came through with the questions. I'm excited.
Hell yeah. What sweet.
So the one we're both thinking of last. Okay, please.
I'll text you
Okay.
because it'll make more sense if it's last. It's not that big, but okay. Let's do all the Vanessa ones, and then we'll do that last one.
Okay. Saving that.
You can just pick one, Monet, because I think
Okay,
they're all
got
good.
you. Okay. Do you take inspiration from other artists? If so, which ones?
Ooh, yes.
You probably
hella.
mentioned a few already, but
Yeah.
we could recap.
I don't think art can be created without inspiration. I think it's like the sperm to the ovule. What is it?
wanna
What's
say
the
it,
lady
but no.
eggs?
I'm not very
Ovulation.
well versed in biology.
How did
mess
I
it up.
forget? Well, anyway, there's ingredients, necessary
There's ingredients there. That's
to make it. Yeah, so
we know that.
inspiration's 100% necessary. I don't think I could write without other music being there first. I don't know. And then sometimes you look at a flower and you're like, pretty flower. Do, 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 do.
Yeah. That's inspiration too. Inspiration from
Totally.
like what you see.
So whatever it is, it has to come from somewhere. But I take inspiration from my feelings, emotions, connections with people, and the artists that I freaking love right now are Caliuchis, Doja Cat, Beyonce.
I love Doja.
I love Doja, Ariana Grande. I've been listening to a lot of pop music, a lot. So sorry, I don't have the like references right now. Oh, one of my favorite bands though that I will like. Oh, it's a 24/7 for me. They're called Bent Knee, and they're like the most unique music that I have ever heard. Oh, and the
how would you
vocals,
describe it?
Angry, guttural.
Oh, okay.
Math. What's the word? Intellectual. But yeah, it's so, for me, it's like an incredible mix of intellectual music with like super guttural, like basic human instincts type shit.
Interesting.
I love it.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Easy
so
connect to, but it's like deep at the same time.
Yeah. Also, I have a lot of, well, I don't have a lot of rage, but I think there are certain emotions that I don't get to express as much in my life and even music too. So, being able to hear those from somebody else helps me be in that space and like feel good and feel my emotions, because I like to feel my emotions even if they're tough. Like I think it's just a Cancer thing. I don't know. I just, if I'm bummed, like I want it to burn.
Yeah, that's true.
I got you.
Yes, queen. I always like putting alcohol in my wounds, just being like,
It's all or nothing. You gotta feel it if it's there. Might as well.
Exactly. And my emotional, I think, landscape is like really intense. So I like things with intensity. Yes.
Nice. Let me see here.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's interesting.
They inspire me to be cooler. I can't write like them yet, but maybe one day, man.
Cool.
Yeah. And you're gonna become like we'll know your writing as like what it is now, it'll evolve, but it'll still be you, despite like where
Yeah,
you take inspiration from.
totally.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Monet. Slay.
Yeah.
Slay, Monet.
Thank you.
This one says merch with a question mark.
Oh.
Merch?
Merch.
Oh my god, you guys. So I
Big
was
Bad
gonna
Brond
have
merch?
this cute little merch after Lead to Gold, but like time wasn't on my side. I don't know. I think I was overdoing it. And so I made it more complicated than it needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then things got pushed back. And then I was like waiting on some people, but they were probably waiting on me too. And it didn't get done. So I'm bummed that I didn't get to make that happen. But I'm not going to make the same mistake again. So, yes, there's merch coming. And I would feel bad if I put stuff out right now because people will be like, what the fuck are you doing here? It's April. You know, the
I
song came
see.
out in January. Like,
No, we'd be the first to buy it. I don't care.
oh, that's so sweet. Damn.
We'll share it. We'll buy it. Say, you know,
Yeah.
you should be glad. Everyone should be glad they waited this long. It was worth the wait if it comes. But if not, it's cool. We'll still wait.
Damn. Y'all are so nice. I'll think about it actually. Because I
Totally up to
have
you.
a lot of wax in my house to make candles.
Oh yeah, you were
but I
doing
Yeah, you do
candles,
make
man.
candles, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made some for my patrons yesterday.
Oh nice.
Aw, okay. Well, how did you get into making candles?
Ooh, from my astrohonus.
Yes.
Because the first like magic that I was really like fucking around with is candle magic. What you do is you take a candle and you carve into it the message that you want to work on.
Okay.
And then so I started with that and I started playing around with that stuff. And then I don't know. Oh, the pandemic hit and we came back from tour.
Always a pandemic.
It was the pandemic. It brings good, it brings bad. But Michael's was like, or we were about to be on lockdown. They're like, everything's going to be locked down tomorrow. So everybody go get your shit today. So I ran my ass to Michael's and I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like I bought a bunch of clay and I bought, I bought wax and I started making, like playing around with making scented candles. And then, you know, now I do them and now they're fucking fun. And I was like, I don't know. I think this is a product that I would appreciate having and I would appreciate purchasing. Because I don't know. I wouldn't buy like, well, yeah, I guess I would buy a fanny pack. All right.
Yeah, I have to give that
Yeah.
one. No, I would buy one.
Also, I wanted it to be a little more personal, you know, be like, oh, well, you can get
Handmade,
fanny packs
spiritual.
from whatever, but you could get a little candle
Right.
from
That's
Brond,
cool.
you know?
Yeah. I like that. That's an interesting way to like, you know, most people just make like t-shirts or something. I like how it's like a different thing.
You're right. And I wanted to create a little bit more of an experience.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be a little bit more like, if not spiritual, then at least uplifting, you know? Because the intention for the candles was to bring whoever purchased them like a connection, an easier connection with their personal power so that they could like punch through whatever they're experiencing, whatever's holding them back, and they could just like get to where they want to go a little easier.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, that's, you know,
that's what
a lot of
for
people
my
need that too. Right now, they're it just being like everything being so difficult, just still going through it. So that's cool.
Yeah, I think most of the time people need that. You know, one of the things that I found with my own podcast is that I have this natural like, even though I have imposter syndrome of my own and I like count myself out, if Monet was like, man, I don't know if I should start a podcast, like who gives a fuck about what I have to say? Be like, Monet, you start your fucking podcast right now. You have all these ideas. You're so interesting. Like Isaiah and you are besties. You're the best fucking team. Isaiah's over here like fucking
Just do it.
Like coding his way through this shit. Like y'all can do it. So I just with conversations with like my audience and with my friends and with feedback from the podcast, I gather that a lot of people really don't think they could do whatever the fuck they want. And I'm just like, that's not true. That's just not true. Like we all have this opportunity to claw and to carve our lives out of existence.
Yeah.
Right.
What a way to say that, right?
That's part of the reason we started this podcast, was because we wanted, like, especially again
Yeah.
right now with, I mean, yeah, all the time, but like right now with people not being able to go out and collaborate with each other, more people actually, I find, well, I teach guitar at the shop, well, online right now, and a lot of people are taking lessons right now because they have the time to do so, because they want to start a new hobby or do,
They want to do that thing that they always wanted
yeah,
to
exactly.
do.
So
Right.
I've always wanted
Yeah.
to do a podcast, so I was like, well, fuck it, let's
Boom.
let's do this and let's.
So
help,
here we are.
Let's help people.
Right. It's ambitious, but we're gonna kill it. And
Yeah.
we're doing it.
But
you
it's
know?
not. Like, you guys are more than capable. Like, this is a piece of cake for you. And now you're doing your goddamn thing. Consistency is difficult.
that's-
but,
yeah.
Consistency.
like,
Consistency is difficult,
Yeah.
especially with like editing and shit, like physically getting it.
yeah, it's cool that you guys have each other, too, because you can keep each other going. I stopped because I was like, who's going to be my ass? But I
Wait,
miss
I
it.
pulled up your podcast like last night when we were like looking at everything.
morning.
But like I think I only like I pressed play
She
and then
did.
I pressed play on like every other thing. I'm like I want to hear what it sounds like, but I didn't listen through. But I will make a point
it's
to
okay.
because I feel like you would have like very like uplifting things to talk about. It's already I could tell.
I hope so. And also, people tell me that it sounds like ASMR.
It kind of does. It
Oh,
does.
that's
You
funny.
definitely have that voice,
It's so funny.
like the
Oh
calming,
my God.
like relax.
I'm glad.
meditate.
Like, I'll take it. Dude. That's a fucking asset right
Oh,
there.
that's funny. Well, we got I think 3 more, and let me check. We got 3 more.
Oh yeah,
and then
hit me. And then the big one.
two more, and then the big one. 2 more, and then not that big. I just thought it was funny, but where is it? I just lost it. Oh, okay. Monet, do you want to take? There are 2 Vanessa ones, and then she asked a lot, which we're appreciative of.
Yeah.
I'm very
I
very
hope
happy
I'm
she
not-
did.
I don't have a
Yeah,
job.
I hope I'm not repeating any of them. I don't think so. I have a very bad memory, so we'll see. Vanessa asks, vocally, what challenges you? We didn't cover that, right?
No, not yet. That's a good question. I started taking singing lessons like a month ago, month and a half, to address those things. So I would say technique, because I kind of just like DIY'd my way into singing. I've had lessons before, but they weren't, consistent, and it wasn't like training. It was just a period when I took lessons. So my technique is not the healthiest. I like to sing really big, and I have the like apparatus for it, thankfully. But there's so fucking much technique to singing, so that you don't get
There's a
tired,
lot,
so that you
yeah.
don't get blown out. Also, your voice is an internal instrument that changes with the fucking weather. It changes with the hormones in your body, changes with how much water you drank. Like, so I think just like mastering my voice and what I can do. I don't necessarily feel like, I don't feel inhibited, like I can't do certain things. It's just that some things are a little more difficult, and there's a lot of aspects of singing that are not sustainable. So, I could burst into song right now, sure, but can I really do this whole set for, these 30 days of tour? No, not really. My voice always blows out like during tour, unfortunately.
tricky.
So I'm just working on like getting better at the basics.
Yeah, and not everyone wants to dedicate time to that, unfortunately, but it goes a long way when you
It
do,
does.
because you
I-
don't want to ruin your voice. You do
Totally.
not.
And it's really
Yeah.
important for me to just like be the best at what I do. Well, be my best at what I do. So,
There you go.
yeah, I could probably keep going for a while without taking care of these things. I could maybe even go on forever without really taking care of these things. But for my own personal like ambitions, I want to be as masterful over my voice and my musicality as I can be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and while you have the time, it's like you might as well
Adele.
really like hone in on those challenges, you know?
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to sing Love on Top, you guys. It's fucking hard.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can tell you're gonna kill that. But that's a hard song.
It's
That's
so
a hard song.
hard.
I wouldn't even try
I
that.
can't even sing it like a couple times in a row because it busts my shit.
Oh man. That's the key changes, right?
I'm not even there yet, to be honest with you. My teacher
take your
still
time.
got me on the verses because I
Mhm.
got shit to work on.
Mm.
Also, my allergies have been ruining my vocal lessons.
Ah, no, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
Let's
Isaiah,
see.
do you want to take the next
Vanessa
one?
says, yeah, sure. So I misread. There's actually one more after that, but then that's
Oh.
it. So Vanessa said, "How did you join Just Friends? My partner is so curious."
You don't want to ask something? Oh, no, wait, Vanessa. Okay, she'd be asking. Never mind. I like how she brought in the partner question too.
For asking for it.
How did I join them? Well, when I was in college and I got kind of thrown into a combo class, jazz rock combo, which is, I
Ooh,
think, kind
okay.
of what you guys were talking about, where, or at least kind of similar format, where
Very similar.
you're put into a class and
Yeah.
you're like, so, like, what do you play? Like, nothing, but I'd like to learn bass. All right, take a bass. Like, play the song. You're all going to play in the concert at the end of the semester.
Right.
So,
yeah.
we had
it was
that, yeah.
it was one of those, like, very, I think, it was a simulation of the real world, kind of. I don't know. But anyway, it was in one of those classes that I met some people that wanted to start a band with me as a singer because they were trying to copy this band or, make a band in inspiration of another one
Right.
called Lake Street Dive.
Okay.
And they were like, okay, well, you're the closest singer we could find, so let's do it. And we did. And it was cool. And so the guitar player from that band named Cole, he was really, really into Just Friends. He was really into like punk and he had his own punk band and things like that. And, having his ear to the ground, like, of course he knew Just Friends. So we would go to their shows to like see what was going on. And we even played like at the laser tag place with them, just like way back when there was a actual laser tag place. And they threw shows in the like birthday
heck?
party rooms.
That's interesting.
So it's really
What?
cool. It's a really sweaty room, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about like a laser tag place that's still like the one in Concord?
It's in Pleasanton. Because they're like Dublin
man,
area.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, essentially that. They probably might have played that other place.
That'd be really cool.
I don't have the
I
full
just
history.
know that one place.
Yeah, the one-
Yeah. Well, shoot. That's where the bands start, man.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Humble
Another
beginnings.
full
I
circle experience.
know.
That's cool.
Super. Like Sam he'll tell you, but he was putting everything together fucking for years. Like he was the glue that held the whole scene, not just his band, but like I think he held the whole scene together.
Interesting.
And I came kind of at the very tail end of that because it was during high school, like kids having fun. And then we were older now. We were like in our 20s. Still are. And that's where I met Sam, and Sam and I were both like mutual fans of each other's vocals. And it wasn't until a couple years after, because I had a falling out with my band and some members of it, and with Sam himself, because there was some little drama going on over a girl.
Yeah.
And it wasn't me, but I was like, this is sus. And
Yeah.
yeah, and so Sam and I were like not friends, and we weren't cool also. But then some years went by, maybe like 1 year, 2 years, maybe not. But anyway, he just kind of hit me out of the blue and was like, hey, would you want to do some vocals? And I was like, yeah, dude, fuck yeah. So it was funny. It was kind of a funny, like, didn't really acknowledge what went down. We were just like, hey, like, let's do stuff. And we were like,
Right, like let's just like let it all behind us,
for
or like
sure.
not, like
Let's
you said,
do
not
it. We never
acknowledge it,
had
just let
beef
it be.
anyway. Like,
Yeah. I guess when there's something like bigger than you that
Water
you want
under
to work
the
on,
bridge.
it's like you want to forget like whatever drama there was
Yeah.
floating around you if it's not really like
Totally.
a big deal. Mm-hmm.
Also, like I think we've talked about it a couple of times, and just like the respect that we had for each other as musicians, I think really played a part in that because you
Mm-hmm.
know we were like, yeah, you make cool stuff, like I want to be a part of that, and
Right.
you know the other way around, he was like, you sing cool stuff, like I want to hear that shit here. So yeah, that's how it came to be. I didn't know I was in the band until we were actually on tour, like some months later, and I found myself in Fest in the parking lot. Like it was hot, it was dusty, there was hella people, and we were chanting something funny. And then I was like, oh wait, I'm across the country, like I guess I'm part of this band.
It's like over halfway through tour, maybe
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, they were like, hey, let's go on tour. And I was like, what? And like, yeah, we're going next, in a couple months. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
Okay, sure.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Sure, yeah.
So it was informal or anything. It was just funny.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Isn't that? Yeah. That's awesome. Let me see. Where's the last one from Vanessa? Oh, this is okay. Would you ever consider opening for Just Friends as yourself?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to. Once I have a set.
Yeah.
But then it'd be kind of hard to. I would do it maybe for just like one show,
Yeah,
two
that'd probably get
shows.
exhausting.
I wouldn't do it for a tour. Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, oh my gosh. They'll be back to back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just pure like exhaustion the whole time.
Yeah, I probably would have a chiller set. I don't know. It depends what kind of music comes out. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I stopped trying to control it. Now I'm just like, what do you want to make? Bring it to me,
let it
Jesus.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we got one more. I can't find it now, Monet.
Oh, so they
You have
always
it pulled up,
disappear
my
as soon as you
phone's
try to
dying.
find them.
Yeah, I know. It sucks.
Like socks.
Yeah. For real. I gave up on socks for that reason.
Gross.
I'm afraid to get into stocks. I can't do it.
I know. It's awful.
Get into socks? What do you mean? You don't wear socks?
Oh, socks? I thought we were
Monet,
talking about socks.
Oh, no, socks.
Monet, what the
Oh, I'm sorry.
You said it like it's like, I thought you
I'm like, yeah, easy peasy.
Sorry, guys. I can't wear socks.
said socks like it's a trend.
I'm an
not really
anti-sock
down with
wearer,
socks.
actually.
Like, I don't wear
No.
socks.
I'll have you know that I'm wearing socks right now. I am an advocate
Yeah.
for
Thank
socks
you.
and
That's
stocks.
Very good.
The stocks.
We accept.
Me and Monet are on like, we're like on 2 hours of sleep. So that's probably why.
Y'all
That-
freak. I can't do that no more.
Yeah.
What
We'll blame the
But,
what 20s are you in? Or are you still in the 10s? Like, how old are you?
Oh,
Oh, my brother's calling me.
Monet, you should guess Monet's age because I ask all the guests. this.
Monet's
my God,
this
mature
is like-
for
yeah, it's a
her
good thing.
age.
Wait, do
How
you
old
know
does
my
she
age?
look?
Because I feel like cause it's technically
Monet.
like it's on one of my things, but
Oh, no, I don't
you don't
know
remember,
your
it's good.
age. Maybe I did
Okay,
see
good.
it, but I don't remember. Fuck. Now I have to guess.
oh no, I'm scared.
No, you just have that energy of like, I'm young, but I'm mature.
Aw,
I-
I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to say you are 19.
Oh my god. Oh, that's like the best guess I've ever
Did I
gotten.
do it?
No, I actually just turned 20, which is so interesting.
Oh, wow.
Nothing against being 20. You just gotta get used to
Not
it.
too bad. Yeah, for real. You're like, ew, I'm 20 now? What the fuck? Just
Embracing
wait.
it. Oof.
Just wait, dude.
Ah, no.
That's funny.
Yeah. It'll only get better.
Yeah.
I have hopes.
No, life gets better, honestly.
Mhm. There's life after turning 20.
Yes.
No, you don't have
After
to worry.
21, you know.
Right.
Oh, cool.
Do you know how old Isaiah is?
No. Is he older?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. You gotta guess. You gotta see.
Let me think. I don't know, Isaiah. Damn. Well, you've been working at the guitar shop. You got your podcast. You put music out. Those are not age markers. I'm just going off of what I know. You're a Leo moon. Like, I want to say you're in your early 20s, and I'm gonna go for like 22.
21. 21.
Oh
shoot.
yeah,
Very
okay,
close.
So
that's not
close. You're
bad.
turning 22 this year,
Turning
though.
22 in July. Yep.
You guys, I'm gonna be 28. Can you believe that?
Oh man.
Fucking
Hey,
old.
my sister turned 30 last year, and I couldn't
Ah.
believe it. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's
My
like a preview.
boyfriend's gonna be 30 this July also, which I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
man. Oh, a
sugar
bunch of
daddy.
cancers.
What's his? Oh, okay. That was gonna ask you. Yeah. What's his?
Also Cancer, yeah.
Oh my god, all you cancers. Oh my god.
And he's got Aries moon, so we got a
Well,
lot of
there we
Aries.
go. There's the connection.
We
The
got a lot
Aries
of
and
water
Bridges together.
fire here going on.
Oh. Let me see. Okay. Monet,
Oh,
I
he's still
can't find
looking.
it. I think it's gone. I can't find it.
Is it
Oh, it's because it's not on
I
my.
think the
It's because
question
they
ate
asked it on
itself.
your. It's because they asked it on your Instagram. That's why.
Oh, okay. I sent it before. Here, I'll find
Well,
it. I
I
got you.
lost it.
Yeah, it's okay.
I can't.
It's
find
all
it.
good. All right. Do you want me to just go ahead?
Nice not
Yeah,
to
go ahead.
run anything.
All right. So, question is, what is your favorite Brandon tour story?
Just friends
Who?
submitted this question. Your band.
Oh,
submitted this
Brandon
question.
Tour.
Oh, sorry.
I
I
was
heard
like,
say
who's
that. Yeah,
Brandon
just friends asked this
Tour?
question.
My favorite Brandon Tour story? Holy shiz.
I figured this would open up like a whole like there's some
Pandora's
stuff
box.
that's good.
There's
Get said
so
and get
many
revealed here.
things. And it's kind of hard to like pick one out because Brandon is such a character. Brandon's so fucking hilarious and he's spontaneous.
Mhm.
And he gets mad, which is hella funny.
Oh no! Oh my gosh, one of those people. You get, oh
He's-
my god.
He's not scary mad. He's like fun. He's like
Oh,
like
sassy.
spunky mad, you know.
oh, that's adorable.
But also Brandon is like a sweetheart. He's always looking out for me. What was his sign? I think he's a Libra or something.
Ooh, I love Libras.
Yeah. And what else? Damn, a Brandon story? I can't even think of one right now. Let me think. I don't have one, you guys. Oh, okay.
Oh, uh-oh. There it is. There it is.
So, Brandon one time on tour brought this like like outdoor camping tiny little stove on tour, and he was just trying to make cowboy coffee the whole time, which is like coffee with the nasty ass grounds in it.
Oh my
You
gosh.
just heat up the water and whatever. So
Oh.
yeah, that's it. You can always
Was
find
it-
Brandon
was it-
like
was it
sometimes
successful?
shirtless. He made cowboy coffee.
It wasn't
I don't
good,
know
but
if it was
he made it.
successful,
Yeah,
but he
that's
made it. He got
least
to
he
it,
made it.
and yeah,
Mm.
I think the little stove actually ended up breaking at some point.
Oh, poor stove.
I know,
It's okay. It held
but
up. It sounds
damn,
like.
I wish I had a better story for you guys, but Brandon's more of an experience. I
Yeah, that's
would
what it
say.
seems like. It seems
Oh,
like one of those
okay.
things where it's like, he's just kooky.
Oh, also one time I was like, I think I was sleeping in the van or something. It was late, and Brandon and Kevin and I think Ovi had gone out to drink.
Mhm.
And so I wasn't like chilling in the van. And Brandon comes back and he saw that somebody was in there, so he like sneaks up to the van and just like hit his hand
Oh my
on
god.
the glass, and it was scary. And Sam yelled at him, but
I would be so. I'd probably wake up
Loser.
screaming if I heard
Yeah.
that.
yeah, I was just like, what happened?
Right.
Are we going?
Damn.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh
my
that's funny.
God.
I
I
wonder
miss
if
those
that
guys.
was. I wonder if that was Brandon who asked that question. I don't know who runs the page, but it was someone just
Oh,
friends.
I know, I
was
was
it from
wondering that
Just
too.
Friends?
Yeah, that's
Like,
just friends asked the
fucking
question.
losers.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm wondering who asked it. That's funny.
Sorry, that was
Oh.
a bad word.
Oh well, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I've had a lot of fun. This has been really cool.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys.
Feel very
Oh
laid
my
back.
god.
Thank you so much. I guess one more thing I would want to say is one more question is what advice do you have for people out here who want to start doing something or have been struggling or want to, pursue their music, and how should they get into it, or art or anything like that?
Fucking do it. Like, I wish there was some big ass, like, insightful answer, because I've been looking for it for years. I've
Yeah.
been looking for it everywhere. Like, freaking, I've always been looking, what's the What's the sauce? What's the formula? Like, what's the excuse? What blockages do you have to get through before you do it? Like, what strengths do you have to build before you do it? Literally nothing. The only answer is like start right now and go straight to it. Don't dilly-dally. Don't wait until you have all, the equipment. Record the fucking thing on your voice memos, for God's sake. Like,
Yeah.
put it out there and get your priorities straight, because if you're kind of like what we were talking about with the writer's block, if you're writing because you want to be a famous musician, like, I feel like the universe or the human race or whatever the fuck is out there, like, knows that you're being insincere or that your motivations aren't right. And so it I don't know. Is that harsh?
No, not at all.
It's like bitches
Very
know when
honest.
you're fake.
Sometimes you need
Thank
that.
you.
To be honest.
Bitches know when you're fake. Like everybody knows. You guys can tell when someone's being disingenuine.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know?
for sure.
So
And it's hard to enjoy art when it's like that, because if you relate to it, it doesn't really feel like it feels like a disconnect.
it feels nasty. You're like, ew, this is dumb.
Yeah.
So like get your priorities straight, get to know yourself, like really connect to the motivation. It took me a while to find my motivation because another block that could okay, well, I'm an old lady, so I'm gonna tell you guys.
No, not even.
I've been
Go for it.
thinking. I know I'm just getting younger. But I used to be kind of like, oh shit, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, give me a second. It's gonna come back. Motivation, intentions, perspectives, priorities. Fuck. God damn it. I wish I could rewind this.
I know.
Because I was trying to say. Sometimes I say, I was trying to say, and then it comes out, but
It works.
didn't.
Okay.
Let's summon your thoughts.
Can you remind me the question? Oh, advice for people who are out here trying to make it happen. I lost it. Damn it. Okay, well, let me start over.
You got it.
So,
take all the time you need.
Thank you. So it was get your shit together. Get your shit together. It was something that I was like, I can't figure out why this isn't happening, and then it was just
Being
a dumb
ingenuine.
question. Disingenuine. Oh yeah, that's bringing it back a little bit. You can tell when people aren't really doing
You said
it
the universe knows when you're not being.
Yeah, when you're being fake.
Yeah.
Like bitches. What did I say before? Like, you need to have your priorities straight, like that, or your intentions. You have to do it, make it happen.
Right.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, you guys. I fucking ruined the ending.
Do not.
It's all good.
Totally fine. It happens to us all the time. It's okay.
I was so on my soapbox too. All right, let's see. Come on, girl. You can squeeze one more out. You got this.
Almost there. Almost there.
I know. Talk to myself like, come on, girl. You got it. You guys, I'm nervous now. Oh my god.
It's okay. If you can't remember, it's okay. But if you can keep trying to remember, I'm sure it was very insightful thing to say.
Dude, it felt so right. I was like, okay, here's the ticket, and then I said that other thing, and then it just fell out.
You remember later,
well,
way after the fact or something.
Some advice for people that are waiting for something to happen, maybe to get started on this journey that they want to go on, is you don't have to wait for anything or anybody to get started. The more you look for, things to help and bolster and make it easier or better, the longer it's going to take you to start. So, just like at the end, I don't know, I'm 28 and I'd been trying to start for a while.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the only way that I actually got shit going is when I was like, all right, fine. I'm just going to do it now. I'm just going to
Let's
do
do
it.
Yeah.
it.
Just don't overthink.
So,
Just straight in.
I spent all those years so that you didn't have to. So, yeah, that's really, there's no sauce to it. It's really just like take the first step and then keep taking steps and make sure that when you move, it's aligned with your integrity and it's aligned with who you are. Don't forget about the rest of your life,
Mhm.
grow and nurture your relationships, your family, the baths that you take, like feed your body, exercise your body, like do the hard things and do them right away. Don't forget to go to the doctor. It's just it's and also like I know everybody says, "Oh, it's the journey, not the whatever." But it really is. Like if you really can't sit for, 3 years and just write music and love that process, then maybe this isn't for you,
Yeah.
If
Right.
there's something that you can't sit through the process of, like, dude, you didn't like it in the first place. So,
Right.
Yeah.
That's the majority of it, the
yeah,
process.
that's
Mhm.
that's all of it. That's the
Yeah.
only thing.
Right.
Really.
And during quarantine, I had to really come to terms with this thing, which was like, you might never get to where you think success is.
Mhm.
You might never be Beyonce, but that's not the point. The point
Right.
is to be your human self and like express the music that is inside of you. And if there's somebody that loves it and wants to listen to it and wants to interview you for their podcast, that's like you made it. That's what it is. It's about
Yeah.
connecting with
Yeah.
other people and
Mhm.
experiencing life with other people. So once you realize that that is a priority, the point of me doing this is me doing this,
Mhm.
then you don't really care about the timing anymore. You don't need to rush to
Mhm.
do anything and shit like that.
Yeah.
So,
There we go. That's the moment.
Yes.
That was
Snaps
it.
to you.
Yeah.
thank you guys.
Everyone can take that home with them. Keep that home with
Take it
them.
to the bank, baby.
All right.
I do want to
Well,
say thank you,
yeah. Thank you.
Brianda, Brond, Big Bad Brond, for coming on our
Hmm.
podcast. Very excited for this episode. I'm really glad we got to talk and
Yeah.
sit here and dive into everything, your philosophy, your craft, your spirituality. It's been a really fun time.
Yeah, it's been really cool as a fan and as a
Oh, Monet and
host.
Isaiah, like, oh my God, you guys. I had such a fun chat with you. I really appreciate your super thoughtful questions and all the work that you put into this. It's been
Thank you.
great.
Thank
And
you.
I'm sorry, Isaiah, I cut you off a
No,
lot.
You're all good.
It's the
All
Blame the
Aries,
internet.
man.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much. That's been really cool.
Cool, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Let me walk out before we lose it.
For sure. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Me and
Good
Monet are gonna
walkout.
do our
Bye,
cheer.
guys. Love
All right.
you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, we got it.
Oh yeah, we got it. Oh, I'm all sweaty. Yes. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, wait. Oh.
What if she never came back?
you so much. All
She
right.
just left.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much. We love you. This has been a really cool experience for all of us. So thank you. We'll see you next week. Wow,
you,
her
guys.
phone died. Perfect timing.
Wait, she leave? Oh my god, her thing died?